Good afternoon, Trinidad. Good afternoon, beautiful Tobago, and of course the rest of the world. Streaming live right now on Facebook. We are, so you can check us out on Facebook. It's The Street 919 FM on the Facebook, and of course if you need us on YouTube, it's IWER TV on YouTube. Heavy duty is here. TC, I'm here, and we are in your company until I believe there's a press conference today again. If you have any guarantees on that, you can let us know. All right, but I know every Saturday now it's a press conference, and if I heard correctly, I think the Prime Minister said in the last press conference that we will hold out until this Saturday, and then maybe from this Saturday certain things will be lifted, like the 7 o'clock curfew, and we'll go back to 9 o'clock on a weekend instead of 7 o'clock on a weekend. So I think we will be having our normal press conference and COVID update today as usual. So Heavy, we are here for yet another Saturday.
Yes, good afternoon to each and everyone locked onto the Street 919 FM. Good afternoon to you, TC. Good afternoon to those of you locked on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram. Good afternoon to you on a Saturday here where we do the weekend review. And TC, are going in one time.
Oh God, boy, it look like it's hot today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ever since the show we doing the show on 919
FM, yeah.
I keep coming here every Saturday and saying, what about the people who are suffering? What about the people who lose their jobs? What about the people that working and have to get things to eat? I even come up with solutions about getting everybody $1,000. I get cost for that. Somebody asked me, where's statistics? Who tell you that poor people in Trinidad are no poor people here?
That's not.
And who tell you to
never
talk?
Ask you that.
Who tell you to be? Not on your, not on the show.
All right.
When I call the evening show, the discuss with it. Yeah.
I tell you, stop calling people program. They don't like you.
They're like, why get my statistics from? Who tell you that people hungry in Trinidad?
Aisha tell you that?
Right?
Aisha tell you that?
No, Aisha didn't tell me that. Her callers did.
Okay.
Right? And I want to tell people something. Today's Express. Fight for food.
Yeah, boy.
Long lines in South Park.
Yeah.
Over a mile long.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people.
Them just go there because they're greedy.
And this is what I say. Why we saying that? This is to say the greedy.
Because the greedy heavy. The half thing home and the
ask that question. It's sarcasm.
Half thing home heavy.
Yeah, the half thing home.
No, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
because it's free thing.
Everything.
Anyway, that free thing, you know what going on.
You leave in your house to line up for hours.
Yeah, because Trini likes
sun.
It have people that line up for hours to sun to pay a bill.
Your fridge packed with food.
Yeah. It's greedy.
You understand? Your cupboard have groceries.
They get 3 hamper with 3 different type of oil and they go down there for oil
and going down there for oil again.
Yeah, and flour and rice and lentil.
Hundreds of people.
How much lentil peas and split peas you got to take?
Hundreds of people, and you see?
Yeah.
All of them just greedy.
They're greedy.
Everybody was in that line greedy.
80 out of the 100 greedy.
80% of them greedy. 80%, you see, right? So if there are 1,000 people down there, 800 of them went down there because they're greedy.
Yes. And just
not because they're not working and they have no food in the house.
And just the next 200 people heavy.
Where get statistics from?
Heavy, I telling you. Just the next 200 people. Right?
Okay.
Is really the people.
But let me tell you something, TC. I disagree with you. I humbly disagree with you. All I know you're on kicks and you're on sarcasm. Because this is exactly what everybody was saying. Right? Because we don't want to believe, we couldn't fathom the fact that it have hungry people in Trinidad. Just like people could say, there's nobody hungry here, people don't suffering here, there's nobody suffering here, everybody thinks nice in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
Right? And
every Sunday's macaroni pie is still heavy.
But guess what?
What?
The last time I saw a line like that, right? With people lining up to get food, right? On the media, in front of our newspapers, was in Venezuela.
Nah,
right?
that happened right in Trinidad here just the other day.
Not like that.
When
Not that
Ishmael
amount,
was giving out
not
food.
that amount of people.
What? When Inshan was giving out food.
A man drive for 15 minutes on a road in a video. Showing you a line. He driving passing people for 15 minutes on a roadway and a line constant people.
But
wait.
Yeah.
You see, I don't want to.
It's not about you.
It's not about how much and who greedy and who have things in the fridge and things. I don't know that. I don't have that. I don't have that proof.
I just helping the people.
Yeah.
I helping the
naysayers, the sheepers
and them.
Right?
Because somebody had a fight, yeah?
Yeah. Somebody had a fight, man. You understand? I call the evening show and say, one of them playing cricket with people's lives and people here hungry in Trinidad and Tobago. Man, ball, who hungry? Nobody hungry. You must be hungry. And it's sad to see that because your bread buttered on both sides and people and your fridge have food, it have people in Trinidad and Tobago. If you think everybody else have. And I think this line for food, for hampers, I think it was sad. The reason it was sad, and I think it should be embarrassment.
Some people get turned back, I think was
but majority of the people get turned back. The man, I can read the story. The man from South Park said he had over 1,000 hampers, and only 200 people got before the police came and shut it down. So the police went and shut it down, and then when the police shut it down, people stayed crying. You see, some old woman was there crying. You see, they seen all the hampers in the glass case in the back, all the hampers, and can't get none. So the police said everybody go home. Shut it down. Right? Because to them it was breach of COVID-19 regulations and things. Right. It reached so bad that people couldn't wait no longer in the line. You understand? They find, and people started to skip and people started to rush. So it was like a rush for food.
Yeah, it started
to get out of hand. So the police had also shut it down, And the guy, the manager, his name is in the article, I read the article, was saying that he was trying another way to go back to the joint board to find another way to give all the hampers, because they have the hampers. There was an initiative from all the people who have booths and have businesses in South Park to come together and donate hampers. And the hampers were healthy hampers. Must say it have a lot of stuff in the hampers. And could feed
that is why they're going down.
Could feed a family for about 3 weeks salmon.
3 weeks?
Yeah, a good night. Good night, big bag, boy. You see it? Look at the teeth. Look at the thing. Look at the show. It's on the thing here, man. You get every flour, rice, sugar, peas, chicken.
Not for a whole month of family for.
No, if you budget your thing nice, you can feed yourself for you. You don't have to cook every day.
So how are the days that you do cook?
You cook once and you eat twice.
You cook once, one big pot, and you eat today and tomorrow.
That's correct.
But then when you cook in the one big pot, remember it's more you're cooking out of the same hamper that you get there.
So that's just to show you. That's just to show you.
3 weeks a month is
no, TC, I've been honest. I didn't go, you didn't go. Yeah. A lot of people didn't go. Right? But I don't. People, and that's in South, That's not in Port of Spain, or to say like Lavanti and Big Tom and these people and them went down there for hampers. That is South people.
That's where the oil is.
That where we partner.
That way countryman could survive on a countryman a thing.
And South people have pride.
Yeah.
You understand? So for people that come out in the hot sun, stand up for hours with police and all this thing, to get food hampers, right? It had to be a little more than greed. Because no matter if I greedy, right? And I want a free hamper, TC.
Yeah.
I not go, and if I not go and
stand. If you pass while you
but once I pass and see the line and me, I say me but to go there, you ain't going through that. You understand? I not going through that. You seen hundreds of people line up.
And you're going to join
that line? Come on. A little Salmada Luna. Now, people need to understand that it's serious. The economy is on a standstill. As far as I'm concerned, and I said that here before you shoot me down, the government ain't coming and say what plans they have to revamp the economy. We don't know when we're going back out, when people going back out to work. We're hoping that today the Prime Minister come in the press conference and say things going to open back up and people going to start to go back to work. Because we vaccinating people, you know, we vaccinating people.
He already said that it will be a while before, and he continues saying that.
But if it is a while, TC, we locked down almost a month. Well, a month now.
Yeah.
Right?
We locked down more than a month.
Okay, more than a month. So people have bills to pay, people have food to buy, the children, people eating every day. You understand? And it have people still unemployed and not getting no money, no salary. How are they living? You understand? How? And I think we're not seeing the fact that it have people out there that still cannot make ends meet. They're not working, and not because they don't want to work and because they're lazy. It's because the country shut down.
The country shut down, yeah.
You understand? Now, what about this grant that we're supposed to get? Do you hear anybody grant? Anybody get the grant as yet? Anybody, you know?
No.
If you have acquired the grant as yet, please call and let us know.
No.
If you know anybody that got the grant as yet, let us know.
No.
Right?
That granting, like it just gets swept under the carpet. Nobody are talking about it. You're not hearing anybody raising it. Like it just gets swept under the carpet. I'm telling you, honestly. And I was just going to ask you that, you know. I was going to ask you, what about the people who would tell they could apply
for the grant?
Made them go online and fill out all the documents, post it, do whatever, scan it and print it, and still, up to now, you're not hearing anything about it.
What about the food cards? We're hearing people not getting no money on the food cards. They have a food card, you know.
Well, remember a lady called last week and said that a lady called last week and she said that she went to the supermarket and it didn't have anything on the food card and she had the food card over a month now. So if she could call us and give us an update if
money come on the food card.
If she locked on today, if she's locked on, she could call us and give us an update. If anybody else have a food card as well, you don't need to say your name or anything or where area.
Okay.
You could just call us and tell us, well, your money started to come on the food card, you get an X or Y amount. Okay. You know, that'll be good.
What about government hampers? What are we hearing about those?
Government hampers are being
given out.
But I cannot dispute that. Government hampers is being distributed. I think the ministers or the representatives
the
for the area,
MPs
for the area, is now taken to social media to not distribute the hamper to show face, but to show that the hampers are coming in and going out.
Very good.
Right? Because the mainstream media is not having any time with that, with the whole COVID.
My question today is very good. Very good. My question is a very simple question today. Do you think our government is doing enough to help people with COVID relief under the SOE lockdown, whatever we're calling it right now?
They're really not.
Do you think our government is doing enough to at least ease the burden of the lockdown?
I'm disappointed twice.
Why?
I'm disappointed twice because in the first 3 months lockdown, the first 3 months lockdown that we went through, the same applications was made and applied for the grant, right? And it was the country had opened back out, and people now getting it in the account and
thing.
So that come like you could have dared waiting for the grant.
Wow.
Right? And I'm speaking from experience. I have friends that when they started back to work,
they're not getting the grant.
A month after, so that is 4 months down the road.
Oh my God.
Right? After the grant was applied for, or the country was locked down, and let we say take a month to apply, and then 3 months you have to wait. Right? Okay. I understand that. I understand that you wanted to go through that fine teeth comb to make sure that 10 people who apply, who wasn't supposed to apply, I want to hear them out.
Yeah.
The 10 people out of the 100,000, right? The 200 people that applied that wasn't supposed to get, so you don't want to get them it. You want to save that small money, so you go through to a fine teeth comb
to make sure 200 people
make sure that 200 people, and I being honest, I would have given them 200 people it because I studying the
2000.
the next
10,000
people that you're suffering just to make sure
200 people get it, right?
Right?
But let's get it 200 people.
But they get 200 people by $1,000 is how much?
200 people by $1,000.
Is it? 20,000.
No. 100 people by $100,000.
Well, right.
Like 200,000.
Get him it. The hell was it at? 200,000. Get him it. Get him it.
Yeah.
We just get contractors more than that.
Billions.
Right. So get him it. 200,000.
Remember I said if they take
for this, eh?
You remember I said if they take $1 billion, just $1 billion for the Heritage and Civilization Fund, and give everybody $1,000.
Right.
Right?
No.
We still would have given every single citizen $1,000 between the ages of 18
right.
to old. Right?
To pension.
And still, to pension. To dead. And
right.
still would have money remaining.
Yeah.
You know why?
Some people would not have gone on.
Not only that, because our population is 1 point something million people, and the people from between 18 to dead is about 700,000 people. So you was only spending about 750 million out of the whole billion.
Yeah, I was saying that to say, right? Okay, that come and happen. That come and happen. You go through all the hiccups, you go through all the fine teeth combing and everything. You did it already.
Right.
You come and you lock down again, heavy. And now, the country didn't even catch themselves out of the first lockdown because they had opened back up, but things wasn't back to normal.
Things wasn't back to normal.
Things wasn't back to normal. Nobody can say when they opened back up, everything was running
smooth,
and money was spending and things was back up. Things was not back to normal, right?
Nope.
So the economy was still under pressure. People were still under pressure. People was losing their jobs. Some people didn't go back out to work after that 3 months. Some bosses tried to sustain the working.
But a lot of businesses closed down in that first lockdown too,
Right. So it was a struggle from the open back up after 3 months to the second lockdown. Right. To the second lockdown, it was twice the catastrophe it was to the first
lockdown.
Right?
Because this time we have a SOE.
Right. And now you come with the same apply. And the grant will be given
unto you,
Unto you. And still, when is it gonna be released? Why is the long red tape like if you're doing it for the first time again?
It's supposed to be like normal now.
It's supposed to be clockwork this time.
When through all the thing already, you know how we did wrong, why it takes so long?
Yes.
We just work this one time.
You know what? All you know what we had to do. We going from 8 to so one time. Come on, let's get it out of the way.
It looks like it just.
It's stressful and people heavy.
Emotion.
Because people. Stress is real, you know. People who went through this whole thing and I come out of it and I'll get back to the comfort zone and gone back deeper down in a hole now and hoping that they throw this breadcrumb that was done before it even reached to you. Breadcrumb, it was that crumb.
We were working for one.
It was that.
We were working for $300 a month.
Heavy is like a piper. And you give him. You ever see a piper like a man sell a piper a ball, a rock, we just call cocaine in Trinidad, and it fall out of his hand. You ever see his behavior? Looking for that on the ground.
Yep.
You ever see his
behavior? He pick up every stone we're looking at.
Right.
Yeah. Every stone we're looking at.
And he's like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
That is the description I give in Trinidad and Tobago for the people right now who depending on that crumb.
That crumb. It's crumb.
Worse than
$1,500 in the grocery.
They're depending on that and it done already. Before it even reaching the hand.
It done already. Ah, Lord. Let me take some calls, people. The question today is the government doing enough to help relieve the burden of this, or the relief of the citizens via, I don't know, like they get money borrowed from China, but they take the money and help people.
Now they buy the vaccine from China.
They borrow money from China to buy vaccine from China.
Well, I believe so.
So people, I find it was sad yesterday. I tell you, I can remember watching the news and seeing people line up in Venezuela for food. Right? Long lines. People line up 15 hours to just to get food in Venezuela. And I never thought I would reach to see that in my country. I swear. It was sad.
Let me give out the numbers. Let me give out the numbers. If you want to call us right now, you know our numbers. The phone was ringing earlier on, so you can call us back right now. The numbers are 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791. That is the WhatsApp number, so you can send us a voice note as well. That is 771-1791. Or you can call us, international callers, 718-874-3860. That's the numbers right there. All right? Let's head to the phone lines now. Hi, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. Sorry.
The answer to that question is no.
Hi, good afternoon.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we hear you
Go
now.
ahead.
Yes. The answer to that question is no, sir. Because as the government, my opinion,
Yeah.
they need to stop depending on the private man
The private sector, right through.
to do what they should do. To sustain and do simple things, you know. It can hard, simple things. And like you actually said, this is the second time around they reinvented the wheel over and over, and it's the same headache, the same crap that is going on. I reached the stage now that I call in on programs to talk to others to relieve my frustration.
Wow.
I work, my parents owned a catering company. The stock of that catering company stopped working, let's say, April last year. It is terrible. Not until November, after we are applying about 2-3 times, they got $8,000 in November last year.
Wow. From April to November?
Thank you.
They apply for the grant in April and get it in November?
I'm telling you. And that was the first time around, eh?
The first time around, and everybody didn't get the same amount.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I tell you, people get real long down the road and
Wow.
thing. Real long. Why? Why would it take so
It's
long?
frustrating for the poor man in this country.
And you know what they would say? They would say, well, you get it anyway. It's not you getting it anyway, you need it now.
Yes. Continue, caller.
Hello?
Thanks. You call it again, here. Hello?
Yeah,
Yes,
go ahead.
caller, we hearing you.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I'm glad I just get to say a little thing. My pause is I relieve some stress. I will leave it for somebody else to do again.
All right.
man.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The man said he had a catering company and it closed down since last year, April.
You see?
And he sent to get grants for his workers from since April last year. And they didn't collect grants till November.
I'm telling
And
you.
up to now, his business hasn't opened back up.
You understand?
Wow. Wow.
Tabakit, good afternoon. Tabakit, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Brother TC and Brother Heavy.
Yes,
man.
brother.
What I want to tell you this evening, it is sad to see what is happening in Trinidad. And I tell you, I want to be honest with you. It is painful. It is hurtful. I want to be quite honest. The government would have dropped the ball in terms of feeding the poor and vulnerable. I think the government is not doing a good job. And let us be honest. None of these ministers and the permanent secretary and all of them, they do not have to stand up in a line. So they don't know what the people feeling. No MP, no counselor. People could call the radio and play politics and say what they want.
Exactly.
They could say how people agree, but let me tell you, it's only the people who standing in that line know how they're feeling.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's right.
Look at that death calling there. You heard the pain in the woman's voice. She said she wanted to call to relieve her stress. Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Prime Minister, if you're listening, you've got to do something. And listen to me. You see this nonsense that we don't have money? Tabakit not buying that at all. Brother Heavy and Brother TC. I want to tell you something this evening. Anybody call to talk anything else, do not entertain them.
But you know better.
Yeah.
Let us hear from the poor and vulnerable.
Yep.
Let me say this, you know. You know what it is? A pregnant mother standing in a line. It have people from Toko. Aisha said while it was going on, somebody called her and was telling her, listen, people, anybody could call here to look to score political points. You don't like the poor and vulnerable. And I'm saying here, this shouldn't have no politics, man. Come on, people.
Yep.
Brother Heavy and Brother TC, I don't want to stay long. You know why? I want people to call, to vent.
To vent.
And I am saying, as I take my leave, the government is not seen about the poor and vulnerable. They don't care, and who vexed with me this evening, dialogue business. I put no prisoners. I am saying, shame on the government. Shame on the government for how poor people lining up for food when they have money. Let me say this before I go. The government have money and they mismanaging the poor and vulnerable. Tabakit out enough. Brothers, or you keep it real.
Thank you, Tabakit.
Do not let them come to spoil this program this evening.
All right.
Tabakit out enough.
Yes, man. Tabakit passionate here this evening, boy. I want to listen to him. Wow.
Hi, good afternoon.
Pleasant good afternoon, TC.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Yes, brother.
Man from the Goya.
Yeah,
Man.
TC, I hear you bring a whole analogy with this, the grant, the student of the grant and thing. I want to ask you something, TC. Doesn't that remind you of anything?
That remind me of everything, yeah?
Well, I'm not going to ask you that take away the grant and for housing. It's not the same thing happening?
Same thing.
Take away that any sector you choose to put. Just take away the grant and pass like different something.
Yeah.
It's the same thing we keep doing over and over and expecting a different result.
Yeah, for real.
This morning I called in on Brother David Muhammad program, and I was speaking about this thing with the alcohol. And this is why I keep saying these ministers sit on a government salary with perks and everything, you know. Why does the Minister of Tourism didn't contact this brother?
Yeah.
Right now, 99.9% of the borders closed. And Guyana still advertising all the things they have. All you come to Guyana when the borders open, all you come.
Exactly, Jamaica as well.
Yeah, Jamaica as well.
Jamaica advertising. We have a pitch lake here, which is one. It's classified as one of the 7 wonders of the world. And I never see advertisement with it.
Yeah.
Never in my life have I seen an advertisement with this pitch lake. The other day I saw somebody interviewing somebody from down there.
Yeah, I
But
saw
I have
that.
never seen someone saying, welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. This is one of the things we have. One of the 7 wonders of the world.
Yeah. Well, they can't do that now, because the condition they will have it now.
I'm not disputing that. But here we are stating though, we looking for innovative ways. Now let me explain something here, Brother TC.
Yeah.
A 15-year-old young man hacked the Pentagon in 1997. FBI sort all kind of thing bust down the parents' house. And when they reach down in the basement and sees a 15-year-old, they say a 15-year-old break this impenetrable security system we have. You know that boy could be about 18, 19 when he's working in the Pentagon.
Mm-hmm. You've said
They say
something.
you at 15 years old could beat a system that we had. They decided to take him and work with him.
Rastaman, you say something very important there, which is, why didn't the Minister of Tourism contact this man and let us maximize on he put in his alcohol into our brand that is Juve, right?
Exactly,
and make
something.
Yeah, and make something out of it. Make something out of it. Let me come to the table.
Just how it had these live TV shows going on, this same man could have do a tour show and he come into Trinidad in August to run cut a deal.
Yeah.
Just how all this BT had these out things, that is opening avenues, bringing these hip-hop artists and come to Trinidad, all the thing. We had the greatest cricketer, Lara could have been a part of the advertisement.
Rastaman,
Bye.
I don't want to cut you short, but I want you to talk about this in the next hour. Because I don't want to change the demographics of the show right now with regards to the people who pour on us line up for food.
I just want to say one more thing before I go. If you vote for a party and your party is in power and you don't demand they fix the situation, the next party that you didn't vote for come in power, you can't ask for nothing.
Thank you. Well said. Well said.
All right, man.
Thank you, my brother.
Thanks. Yeah. No, but Heavy.
Some people say that we sending voice notes and they don't play.
No, what happened, Heavy? I'll explain it after this.
All right.
And you're supposed to know, but I'll explain it after this.
Because we do it in the week now.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Heavy and TC. This is the lady with the food card.
Yes, darling. Anything yet on the food card?
Nothing on the food card. Nobody's talking about that. It's like if everybody's a dumb dog in Jerusalem.
Wow.
Not a word on the food card. You're not
When
saying
last-
health minister.
When last did you check
I checked last week, nothing.
and did you check
Well,
anytime
that's
this week?
almost 2 months now because I get up since last month, middle of last month. Nothing.
Wow.
And my taxpaying dollars on over here, my taxpaying dollars have to pay Caribbean Airlines workers 450 workers getting laid off.
Yeah.
Only finding money for them. Only can't find money to fund the food card. Only finding money for them and only can't find to fund the food card. So what about the people who get the food card and no money on it? Up to now, nobody interested. Not a talk show host, not the ministry, nobody interested. What about the people and them who get the food card and no money on it? Still waiting.
Wow.
Wow, darling. Well, let's see, we still remember, yeah? We still trying to ask
I
good
know.
questions.
This is the only program I could call and voice my how I feel in because
Yeah.
they call the other programs, there are people waiting
To bash you.
it on.
Yeah.
So when they call this program, they get free and fair and favor with everybody, you understand?
Yeah.
This is the program for the poor.
Yeah.
Because anybody could call in and you could get your voice out and you could get a good opinion. But God is good.
All right, don't worry. We'll try and find out some information on that
Thank
food
you
card
so
for you,
much.
right, darling?
That's the only spirit
But I have PNM, you know.
Hey.
I tell you know that.
Wow.
My whole family vote PNM. I'm 53 years. I voted in PNM long time for years.
Wow.
My whole family PNM. For election, who could call and think them is me.
I could ask a
Back
question.
them up. Yeah.
Do you like this? Do you feel the situation that's happening right now in the country with regard to relief? You feel the government is doing a good job on it?
The government doing a job, but it's not enough.
Okay.
I'm saying they ain't doing it, no. They're doing, but it's not enough. You have to, it's not more. You have to reach the poor more. You have to do more to reach the poor. It is just too much. It is too much.
You have to do
How much more?
to
How
reach
much
the
more
poor.
people will take? You get people a food card, they come like you get them a plate of food. They come like somebody get a plate of food.
Did you
And
apply
they
for the
put
grant?
their hand
Did you apply for the grant?
For the
The
grant?
relief grant.
No, I a security officer, but I have a child with a disability.
Oh,
So they give me
okay.
that. And so we said, I did get it under Kamala government, and this government can take it back from me. So they give me it now. They send a card for me now because they say I have a child with a disability. Taking out getting money is only stress. It's come like if somebody get a plate of food, and when they start trying to get the plate of food, they pull back the plate of food. They say, nah, don't eat that food now.
Wow.
But I had the plate of food there.
But then again, it's not
But
to eat.
you only watching the plate of food and you can't take it.
Yeah,
Wow.
Because them telling you not now. So they gave the food card. All the day people the food card going on 2 months now, nothing on it, and nobody, not a soul in addressing that. So people start to do run all the wrong, and that's running them down. I will survive still.
Thank you. Thank you,
you so
I
caller.
will
much,
still
caller.
survive. God is good.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
hear
Keep
the
the faith.
frustration
Keep
in
the
that one
faith.
voice.
Yeah, boy. You see?
All right, let me explain something heavy. The calls that come so rapid. Remember, it's two lines.
Right.
That if I start playing the voice note,
Somebody will call
somebody
in
will call on that
and cut
line,
it off.
and the voice note will cut off. So you will not get to hear the entire voice note. You understand?
Really?
Yeah. So every time somebody call that line, the voice note will cut.
Oh. So okay, we have to tell them like hold up on the calls and let's play voice note.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's that, but the calls has becoming.
All right, we go try
just take the
to
call.
voice noters. We go try to get in a little space just now.
Yeah.
Yeah, caller.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good Good afternoon, Casey and Heavy.
Yes,
you know Sharon program? You know Sharon, eh?
Yes.
You know Bruce Wayne?
Yes.
You know them?
Yes,
Them
darling.
is people you could trust. Them Sharon and Bruce Wayne. Don't forget them. Them your colleague. Them going out, them don't go all along. Don't help for people. So when people come in and saying this and that and the other, Sharon and Bruce, even Pastor Google, all of them, Aisha Wells, all of them, they try to help people. I don't know why people...
Sweetheart, let me ask you something, please.
Yes, ask for anything.
The question is not who program here.
Yeah, because your people...
Just now, darling, hold on, darling. The question is, do you think the government is doing enough? We never asked if Google doing enough or Sharon doing enough. We asked if the government is doing enough to help the people. That is the question. Did you hear the question?
They're doing quite enough what they're doing.
All right, but that is the question. The question is, do you think the government is doing enough? Do you think the government is doing enough?
They could do a little better, but they're doing enough.
They're doing enough. For you, they're doing enough.
All right. Okay.
For you, they're doing enough.
No, I mean, are you looking for the government to do anything for me? I don't get your pension ready.
You're confusing yourself, darling. I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
The government is
overall.
Not for you.
I pension when the month end come.
You're getting your pension, so you so you comfortable.
Well, yes, they're comfortable, yes.
All right, but do you think that the government is doing enough for poor people right now? That
well, I don't know who people say they're poor.
You don't know who poor? Darling, darling, I don't take them kind of thing, eh? I just cut you off. Because you call with stupidness to start. You call with stupidness. Nobody not here. Nobody not on Sharon back here. Nobody not on Bruce Wayne back. Nobody not on Google back. They are our colleagues. Right? That is not the question. Don't come here with your dotishness. Dotishness. I don't have time for that. And I just cut off callers. I don't have time for that. They're not heavy doing. This is my doing. Calling it your stupidness. I know, I just cut them off heavy. You know me. You know me. I just cut them off.
You know she.
Hi, good day.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
VNTC.
Yes, darling.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
My contribution to say about that, what did you say about if the government doing enough?
Yes, darling.
Yes, the government is doing enough.
All right.
But if we have the rest of money, what the next
darling, we're not talking about who the thief and who that we're not on that.
Yes, but
darling, we're not talking about. So after 7 years, you're still talking about who the thief 7 years ago?
No.
Come now, darling.
We have the money right here.
Darling, I'm not encouraging all your stupidness today. I'm not encouraging it. Were you telling me about 7 years ago, all you win 2 elections back to back?
Yeah, boy.
You win 2 elections? You're still trying to blame who lost 2 elections back to back?
For what happening now?
For what happening now? Come on, let we cut out that now, man.
That would again.
We're not speaking about that. Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Kathy and TC,
yes, good afternoon, darling.
Good afternoon.
Happy Saturday.
Thank you.
Same to you, darling.
I call to check out. Look how long it's been a year now since I applied for the 2020 salary grant. And up to now, look how long I keep going my social development 1,000 times. And they keep saying Ministry of Finance has some refunds. When I called them yesterday, they said they have nothing to do with that. I don't know where's the whole back. Look how long I'm waiting for my money. I have things to do.
So you never got it the last 3 months ago? I mean the last year? Sorry, you never got it last year when the grant was being you never got it?
Yeah, never get it.
And now, and you have been going up and down, trying to find out what is the problem. And what are they telling you?
They only keep telling you what they're waiting for funds from Ministry of Finance.
Well, I get to understand that you can call Google program and he will get it for you.
Or Sharon.
Or Sharon. Or Sharon.
Or Aisha Wells.
Or Bruce Wayne or Aisha Wells, right?
Yeah.
Call their program and they will. It's guaranteed that you will get it.
My mother for she pension and all.
Yes,
So
yes.
in 2018 she applied.
Wow.
She can't get she pension up to now.
No, well, there's a age lady that called just now. You could call her.
That making no sense. My mother had things to do and all. We busy people. You understand? We don't go and beg nobody for nothing now. That we just be dependent on ourselves. That's why we're looking for what we're looking for to see about ourselves. We just really work hard for what we want.
Yeah.
As a hard-working woman. My mother's a hard-working woman. She stand hard for what she wants.
Well,
That
darling.
making no sense. Come on, all your people struggling to think people are renting.
No, people are struggling. Yeah, hear the woman say people are struggling just now.
Woman says she gets she pension and the government doing good with that, yes?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Think about people.
All right, caller. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
have
much.
a good day.
Good day.
too.
Thank you for listening.
And I telling people call here. You can call here. Because
Call.
we know when I call the
And
other.
let me tell you something. We not prejudiced to if he is a
You know me.
PNM, a UNC.
We not on
taking
that.
all calls. We
Yeah.
just not taking rhetoric.
Crap.
We're not taking crap. I will cut you off. Not heavy. I will cut you off if you're on crap. Caller, you have
2 minutes.
You have just about a minute and a half.
What now?
Yeah, you
I
have a
find
minute and a half.
the government doing their best to
Right.
make people in Trinidad and Tobago happy. You understand? We're living in a crucial time.
Yes, it
and I'm
is.
waiting for when Kentucky and Rogers will open to see the kind of people who will be lining up. Long line. The same people who said they're hungry and starving are waiting.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
Now you have to
You
give
see,
people a
let them
chance.
let them talk. You see, the thing is, a lot of people afraid to call these other talk shows because when they call to say they didn't get this and they didn't get that, people calling after and bashing
Yeah,
them and say they're
bashing
looking for
them, yeah.
handouts.
Yeah.
And the people working hard and they also work.
Rastaman,
Yes, sir.
good afternoon. You
Good
have 1
afternoon.
minute.
Yeah, 1 minute before the break.
So go ahead.
All right. So TC and Heavy are glad all you seeing eye to eye on our topic today. And TC,
Yes, sir.
my wife own approved since last year and up to now, nothing yet.
So it
Another
approved.
thing, yeah, and nothing yet up to this day, right? Another thing too, TC, I like how you're cutting off when you're coming along with the political rhetoric because
Yeah.
this show is not about that right now. And
Exactly.
according to you, that is the same thing that we're saying. You vote out that party because of the same thing they're complaining about. And the party who in power still blaming the other party. When we vote out the other party for this party to do better. So thank God for that and COVID now. So that's something to ride on. So
Yeah,
TC,
man.
thanks for cutting them off. Continue to cut them off.
All right, cool. All
Thanks.
right, Rasta, man. Anyway,
I telling you, Heavy.
we gotta
I
go
know
for a
that.
break.
If it was 2 years ago, 2 years after the first general election, you're blaming. 3 years after the first general election, you're blaming.
Yeah,
You're saying we're trying to catch ourselves because all they live with X, Y, Z and all the thief.
yeah.
But we going on 7 years after the last generally. Well,
6.
one general election,
So, yeah.
and then
Next generation, yeah.
and a general election, and we going on 7 years. We are 6 years plus.
Plus, yeah.
We going on 7 years. We'll be right back, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
We will be
Keep
right
it locked.
back.
How them girl and them so boy?
Ho!
Long time on the
Ho!
money man.
Ho!
Now you like so man.
Ho! Ho!
From the age of 10.
Hey! Had my first girlfriend, I didn't have no paper when she wanted ice cream from right round the bend. But don't fast forward later then tell me now how much money you spend. It's for so and where you get. What? She marking every cent. Yo! You see I trust too much girl in life. You see I make too much of a choice. Sing down. You see I try to do what is right. Yo, never me again. We tell them I hard and first. All them y'all is the worst. I hard and first. Can't take it in reverse. I hard and first. All them y'all is the worst. All of them are taking no hold this year. Give me a hold. Give me a hold like. Jump up. Jump up. I hard it like. Lord. Take down. I have a question. No. You ever get horn? No vocals. No vocals. Ding dong, you ever get horn? I get real horn. All when a car blow me by a traffic light, I get frightened. First I get horn. You feeling 2020 when you could take a next one, boy? Never me again. I jamming them girl for spite. I horn in first. Can't take it in reverse. I horn in first. Because I horn in first. Horn in. All them girl is the worst. I horn in. Blow the brass. 1, 2. I horn in like. Jump up. Jump. I horn in like. Let me get one. Hey, honor man, come in here. Honey. Second way gone. He ducking, we all get it, you know. All right, let me get this one. Give me the play. You get one too. Fed up. Like how you're so slim. You understand? Take down. When I born, I fat like you know. I had the size. I not fat, I thick. Hello. Give me the second verse. No, at the age I went. Yeah, man, more money to spend. I juggling both of them. Yeah, what? The friend and the best friend. And they want me to spend. The what? Pay the bills and rent. The two susu hand way again. She still say, she take cash and check. You see, hey, trust too much girl in life. You see, I make too much of a choice. You see, I try to do what is right. There we go. Never be again. I'm jamming them girls for spite. I horn in first. All them girls in the worst. I horn in first. Can't take it in reverse. I horn in first. I want them to turn it a Roy game. I want everybody to give me some horn. Give me some horn. No, give me the horn. No, I horn in I. Jump up. Second, I must say thank you for giving me the platform every year. I'm grateful. All them love the culture. One. All them love TikTok. Thank you. Yeah.
Greetings and blessing in the name of our wonderful Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia. And we would like to invite you to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
My life, I lay it on the altar. Here's my life.
Did you know introducing different Gerber puree flavors into your baby's diet can expand their palate and allow them to accept more flavors and texture at an early age? With Gerber, you can explore and be adventurous by introducing more variety to your little one's diet with our new Gerber puree portfolio in a convenient squeezable pouch format in fun flavors like apple, pear, and mango. Gerber purees are 100% natural fruit purees and do not contain preservatives. Gerber, from 6 months onward.
You have been asking for him, and now he's on every second and fourth Friday from 1:15 to 1:45. Pastor, lawyer Dave McKenzie on The Street 919 FM. Call him and ask him about any legal matters that may be confronting you. Also, you have questions about the Bible, about spirituality and religion. He is able to answer. Join Pastor, lawyer Dave McKenzie on The Street 919 FM every second and 4th Friday from 1:15 to 1:45, as he will be dealing with legal matters and matters of spirituality on the Street 919 FM.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements, silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Kikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MCD, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Shit 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Hey, yo, man.
Yo, Sasko.
We're rolling this time.
When I see my friends become my enemy, I escape far.
No near them when I go.
No link, no bar. Cause I know dirty heart can't sweep with broom. They are like the trees we can't bloom, and they shall slowly fade away. And I know dirty heart can't wash with soap. The meditation.
Pull up that shoe. I hear that shoe played whole weekend. Pull up that. I wonder.
Hello.
When I see my friends become my enemy, I escape far.
No near them when I go.
No link, no bar. Cause I know dirty heart can't sweep with broom. They are like the trees we can't bloom, and they shall slowly fade away. And I know dirty heart can't wash with soap. The meditation we supply proof, and they shall slowly fade away.
Well, I'm an answer, me no domain. Enough of them now go like that junior. Why? Bad man stuck in a the made like a tumor. Them fake like three stripe, one a like made by Puma. Them set to leap and I start to leap a rumor. Start go you not if them a say you got a code. Get your visa, you fly out. Them a pay for you drop out them. Sit down like calculate by in and you account them. Say them are your friend, but them heart mama approach from me.
Well, dirty heart can't sweep with broom.
Good and never.
They are like the trees we can't bloom.
Good and never.
They shall surely fade away. And I know dirty heart can't wash with soap, and there is no bad mind antidote. They shall slowly fade away.
I love that song so bad. But for my good friend, Pastor Google, take it to the Lord in prayer, my brother, I tell you. And to your enemies, love your enemies like, what do you say, love your enemies?
Love your neighbors like you love your enemies or something.
Something like that. But I tell you, whoever it is out there, I want to leave Pastor Google alone. Now, that is my friend. Leave the man, man. This caller here have been calling right through the break. I think this caller has something very important to say. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon. You all doing a very good job.
Thank you so much.
Yes. I think the government is not doing enough, but I observe the private sector when I look at the TV. I look at the private sector, they're doing a lot. But this country is a very rich country and a very small. So I think the government could do plenty better for the people that they have to go and stand up like that in a line. Nobody knows those people's situation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That caller have been calling.
Yeah, through the break. Yeah. Thank you for holding this train.
And you see, and it's a good thing I take her call because she's very level-headed. You know,
it's have a lot of right thinking citizens here, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't like to call her because let's get called here. Call the show. For all who can't call in the week, because you know when they call in and say anything truthful, they want to bash you. You understand? You can imagine having this conversation during the week in the day.
I wouldn't imagine it
because would I be like they're greedy?
It's not that I have anything personal with any one of the programs during the week. I just not on the one direction conversation.
Yeah.
I think you could fight up with that. You have whole little fight up with that. I can't
just not until on you.
Yeah, you just
on the people walk.
You understand?
So I can call
you could do that.
Yeah.
You cut from a different class.
Yeah, let me go. Let me see what's on the lines. Give us a call now, please. Let us know. Do you think the government is doing a good job with regards to relief for the country?
Voice notes, right?
Yeah, so we get some voice notes.
About voice notes.
Yeah, let me see if we get some voice notes here.
Right?
Yeah.
Heavy TC. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, here we're going on, my brother.
You see what happened there?
Somebody call.
As soon as a call comes in, it gets cut.
Of course.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, guys. Tobago House. How are you all going, TC and Heavy?
Hey, what's up,
Tobago? We going good, man. How are you going?
I I going good. I'm going good. Blessed and highly favored. Everybody is going good. We're just waiting for this quarantining for us to over to get back to our lifestyle. I could go back out to work in peace. Boy, TC, I see they're trying to give you a headache, boy.
No, they can't give me headache. They can't give me headache at all. I'm sure about that.
I like how you dropping it. You don't come here with your shipping it. Answer my question.
Answer the question.
But let me give you a little.
Yeah.
Let me be realistic. I'm not on the politics and thing. This is straightforward thing.
Right.
When my little daughter, the make she child, she son, but she wasn't working because she was going to university. They issue her a food card, but she wasn't getting the card of itself. She was getting the check. Boy, months things going down good. Then eventually they gave her the card. When they gave her the card, she used it once. Bam, the second time she going to use the card, something went wrong with the card itself. So they tell her, go to First Citizen Bank and sort it out. The child did go to First Citizen Bank. First Citizen Bank now telling she had to go back from where she get the card. All right. The child went back TC. But there's a particular young lady in the office is what given the problem. You know the card, she tell you what wrong with the card, and you go call them and say, here what? Something wrong with the card, but she was getting a check. If we could organize for she to continue getting the check until we sort out the card.
Right, right.
Well, TC and Heavy, I tell she, let me go with you so we can sort this thing out. Because it's my pay slip she was using. Boy, well, I didn't go with you. She said, Mommy, go get it sorted out. Pandemic coming, we under lockdown. You know, up to now, this child have not even seen a cent. She get nothing over this pandemic from last year to now. I'm telling you about it. From last year to now. She went back the other day. Hear what they's going to tell her. There's nothing they could do about it. For she to get back the card, she mother, have to come and do it. I say, but I don't want a food card. Is you want the food card? You had a food card already. One thing, when you was getting the check, it was going down smooth. What is the problem? But TC and Heavy are telling all you. And I'm blaming the government, you know. You know who are blaming? Them who working in the office and not doing the job in the right way. But you know it got trickle down to the government. It will. Let me say it as it is, because I just tell them I working in a department. Why working on an I just say it's not the government, I just say it's the workers and them themselves to the delinquent. And just cause the problem on the small man. On the small man, I could tell you, because I have a young friend who working in community development in Trinidad, and she said, girl, it is very hard for we. She said we have checks real back up for people. Because why? Some of the workers and them not doing the job. The government is doing what they can. Yes, more could be done.
I can ask you a question.
Agreeing with
Mr.
you,
Bego,
Heavy.
I can ask you a question.
Agreeing with you. More could be done.
See that? Let me just enlighten you one thing before Heavy asks the question. You know, before the money being issued, the finances had to go to that establishment, whether it be the tax return board, whether it be the wherever it is, social welfare. They must have the finance before, even though they have the checks.
Yeah, they have
have the finance.
So that when the people get the checks, it's supposed to have the money there to distribute to the people.
And a lot of these establishments are now secretly saying that they don't have the funds.
That's correct.
Secretly, they can't come out and
say it outright.
They can't come out and tell you, and I'm being honest here, this is not to make any one of these places look any type of way, but they are secretly telling you there is no funds for that. That is why the checks are there built up, and you find that it reach a certain stage and it ain't going nowhere, right? And it looking like if that person are doing the work, but in truth and in whole, for that person to sign that signature, that person know, hey, it had money. I know it had no money. but all down below me, all the workers below me, I had to play the game and make it look a certain type of way, but it really don't have the funding. And that is the truth.
Yeah. Sometimes it be like that, Mr. Bigo. Don't worry.
I understand what you're saying, but in her situation, it had nothing to do with not having any money.
I understand your situation.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you what you're saying. And if they know to a fact that here things kind of slow down, it kind of come out and tell the people.
They will not.
They
will
tell
not
the people
because they will not come and tell the people that, okay, just imagine they coming to tell you 2 weeks ago that we don't have funding, right, to put on the food card, and then 6 or 7 days after they come and they spend how much for Carl?
100 million.
And people hungry. So you could tell me people hungry, and you give Carl 100 million to send home some workers, right? And you didn't have money just 2 weeks ago so then you know which part to put the money. Understand what I'm saying?
Well, hear what TC. You see that Carl story I say not that. Because that two-sided thing. Because they send on the people, son of the call and say, yes, they send on the people and they give them no money.
No,
so I say now we from that.
We don't talk about that. Mr. Bigo, we have plenty callers on the line.
Yeah, I say now we from that. That one day kind of take
Thanks for calling.
But, yeah.
All right, we have plenty callers on the line. And I want to hear reporter voice note. I want people, take a call.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, Mr. Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, sir, what's up?
Hey, what's up, my brother?
That's cool, man. That's cool, man. And TC, I hear any fool for our telling that, oh gosh, 7 years past, we're still living camera, we're still calling camera name, nobody in lockup. Ram Logan walking free. Ram Logan still fighting case in Parliament. Ram Dean still fighting case and winning case in Parliament. This morning, Ram Dean gave out 700 hampers. Ram Dean is giving back to the community. So I always believe in Robin Hood, you know. I believe in Robin Hood. And I believe in helping poor and feeding poor. That's what I believe in. You understand? That's what I stand for. Seeing that the needy get the fair due. And you see this.
King, can I answer the question first? Do you think the government is doing enough to relieve the poor in this pandemic?
The government not even start doing anything yet.
Okay.
Also, the government not just start. They give out 60,000 hampers. If I'm not mistaken, no, I lied. 25,000. My mistake. And I hope Mr. Fox could call it and agree with me on that one. 25,000 hampers. Heavy. Yesterday, when we see that line, and yes, you see, that line was bigger than in Shannon.
Yeah, it was bigger.
If we know what South Park, if we know South Park.
Yeah, I know South Park. Yeah.
If we know South, yes.
Line
if we know
out of the highway, no?
Yes.
You see the line out of the highway, no? Oh, Jesus.
You see, we have to be wicked.
Hello. Well, I didn't cut him off.
Kingsley, call on the next phone. We know you have 2 phones. Call on the next phone.
I didn't cut him off. Let me see if I can get back.
Let me play that voice note here.
The voice note I was about, you see, again, calls here still.
All right, okay. What I'm going to do, like in the next 10 minutes, after this call, we will hold up on the calls and we play that voice note. Caller?
Let me see if I can get it back.
The dynamic duo boy, Bam Bam and Bamsy boy, all your too old fat, pay them to live on all your eyebrow, all your aims.
I want to play over that. Let me give my little play.
The dynamic duo boy, Bam Bam and Bamsy boy, all your too old fat, pay them to live on all your eyebrow, all your aims.
Bam Bam.
Bamsy.
I like that. I'm going to play it one more time.
The dynamic duo boy, Bam Bam and Bamsy boy, all your too old fat, live on all your eyebrow, all your aims.
You're touching nerves. Oh gosh. Look at you. Bam, see.
But talking about the poor people who lining up for food, have I?
Yeah, Bam.
He don't even care about that.
Bam, mash now.
All right, Bam, see. Wow.
Oh, gosh. All right, let me try this voice note here. That's now. I'll do this one. See, every time I get a call, it will stop.
People hold up on the calls. We try to play some voice notes because plenty people put in voice notes, and I don't know how I must play them voice notes, and I'm gonna even with all the calls interrupting it.
I don't know, but it don't play.
You ain't getting it.
Why it's soft like that?
It's soft.
I don't know if you know.
No, that voice isn't playing good. Try next voice note.
Pastor Google, your wasting.
All right, let me head back to the course.
Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. Hey, look, my good friend. Look, my good friend.
So we had this program to get on to.
Look, my good friend.
Ask Aisha how to do the voice note because you didn't through that at all.
Nah, forget that. How you going, darling?
TC, I good. I trying to call into the show. Now you're sending up my pressure. I call it the regular line. I call it the WhatsApp line. What's going on?
Why would you?
Me, only not taking my call.
Why would you want to call Bam and Bamsi?
I want to know.
No, you're mad. Who say that? I would never call all you that. All is my brothers. I like this show. Because I just want to call in and correct the misconceptions on it.
All right, go ahead. Correct some of them misconceptions.
Yes, so let me just say, first of all, guys, I want to answer your question respectfully. That the government, the question you asked, re-ask it again so I can carefully answer.
Right. Go ahead, Heavy.
Is the government doing enough to relieve the poor people in this pandemic, this COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown?
Okay, so Heavy and TC,
yes,
more can be done. I am of the opinion more can be done to alleviate some of the stress that members of the public is feeling. There's always room for employment. However, I want to say, dealing with this pandemic, we have to all play a part in addressing it, Heavy. Heavy Duty and TC, there are some citizens among us who bread basket overflowing, while the neighbor next to them don't even have a bread to put on their basket. Where is our human side, Heavy Duty and TC?
Well, we see the people of South
Why
Park.
can't we be our brothers and sisters keepers in this time?
We see the people of South Park came together privately and give out over 500 hampers.
Where is our humanity? Why our goodly government, our ministers right now can't just say the perks, we don't want the perks.
Yeah,
we will continue with our full salary, but the entertainment and allowance and the travel allowance, we ain't going nowhere right now, so we'll just give back that. Where is our humanity?
Well, you know, I can't talk for the politicians, and I would not want to,
Oh, but you can talk for the neighbor. But you can talk for the neighbor who bread basket. Aisha, you start. Aisha, but you can talk for your neighbor. You see the neighbor who have on the bread butter on both sides. You can talk for that neighbor.
Never be showing because I just said that it's a good suggestion.
All right.
Brothers, I am saying it's a good suggestion that you are bringing forward. However, I'm not saying no and depending on no politician when we can help ourselves.
Do you have any information on the grants of why the grants are taking so long? People are complaining how they have.
Okay, so there was an article in the newspaper last week stating that there was double dipping taking place in the system. People who received grants before were reapplying and causing a delay in the system. So they had to go through the process again in order to weed out those persons. At least that is what the article in the Guardian would have said.
What that doesn't make any sense because the first lockdown people did apply.
Yeah.
And this is the second time they're on lockdown, so they would reapply.
So which one is if you had access to grant before last year
for the first 3 months
you can't get it again this year?
Still have according to the article, dear brothers, there was a log in the system from March last year to September with the double dipping.
So they had to go back and re-examine that. And if that is taking up most of their time, how could they process the new one? Because they already had to deal with what's going on last year.
So while they re-examine it, people will continue to just have to bite the bullet.
Because you're realizing that if people taking up more than they should get, that leaving a family without it.
But how if Aisha, if there's double dipping, right? Then that has to take place with somebody inside as well, because I can reapply twice. And you signing off the forms and give me twice.
Right.
Well,
that has to be some kind of inside job.
Correct is right.
I'm just being logistic here, right?
No, and I'm saying yes.
Because think about it, right?
I can't get no check unless you sign it.
Thank you. And you had to sign my name twice.
I hear you, but Trinidad and Tobago we're corrupt people, you know that?
Yeah, it is.
We are a corrupt society, and it's because of the corruption.
Aisha, there's also an issue with food cards.
Situation we in.
We have also an issue with food cards that money is not being put on the food cards over 2 months now. People are complaining. Granny going up in the grocery with your food card, making groceries, and when she reach by the cashier, no money on the food card. More than 2 months now, money is not being put on the food card for the people who need it. What's the problem with that?
Well, I don't have that information. However, what I do know is that most of the ministries are strapped for cash because they are waiting on monies from the budget.
So they are strapped for cash.
That is what they're not telling people.
They are strapped for cash, but they could give
Carl.
And this is what I was explaining. But you see, this is what I was explaining to the caller just now, who complained and said, Mr. Bigo, she said that most of the time it's not the government to blame. It's the workers, because the checks will be piled up waiting, and they wouldn't sign out the check and send it out. And I explained to her that sometimes the check are there,
but no money on the
financing, and you just made that very clear for us. The financing is not there.
Because she probably don't understand how it goes.
Right.
But here we know.
No, there's no money to send it out. There's a very important question I want to ask you. Because this was said on this program today, that if you have problem with any of the above questions that we just asked there, right? Which is your problem with not getting your grant, not getting your food card, money on your food card, you need hampers, call Aisha. She will sort it out for you. She will sort it out.
Yep. They say
and it's not. They didn't say that you will try and help her now.
Say you
will get it done.
Right.
So Aisha, I am asking.
And to be fair with you, they say you, Pastor Google, Sean Felix, and Bruce Wade.
Yes. So I'm asking you.
What they're saying is that we try to help our listeners.
No, they say you call all any problems the people that call on our show have, call all the show and they will get you.
Yes. Now I'm asking you on national. I'm asking you on national radio. I need to get 10 hampers. 10 hampers for 10 families. Right?
I do have a hamper drive currently ongoing.
Right.
Listeners and supporters of my program, both local and international, have been coming together and assisting with food stuff for persons. I currently have a list of people that I'm going through. I can add you 10 to the list.
You could add my 10 to the list. But what about?
I could add you 10 to my list.
So what you're telling me there is it is your listeners and your supporters is who's coming together to help.
Yes, they are assisting to help.
I thought you were the link in the government.
I thought it was the doctor.
What government?
I thought you
you could get people food money and people food card. You could call.
I thought you bossy shut
to you guys.
I thought you could shoot a call and people grant.
The politics.
Aisha,
sometimes we depend on politicians too much.
Aisha.
Well then, if we don't want to depend on politicians, then they shouldn't be running the country.
Aisha, I
am very
disappointed. Aisha, I am very disappointed. Because I saying you would just tell me drive down by you because you have about 200 hampers in your drawing room where the goodly PM or one of them had dropped for you to just give out because
you know what I am disappointed in?
What?
The fact that you guys not using all your platform to do what me, Google, Sharon, Bruce Wayne, all are we doing?
We have a question. We have taxpayers' money in our treasury. and I have Heritage and Stabilization Fund. Do we have those things? Do we come on the program on the TV every Saturday at 2:30 p.m. and tell the country what's going on? We don't have that.
No,
we don't have that
people
privilege.
that listen to your show. You have
And I believe all the supporters that call our show are calling and complaining about they not getting their funds, they're not getting what they have.
So you only poor people that call you?
Yes, because only poor people I try to help.
In the week, they doesn't have money on the phone to call all.
Yeah.
And if they do call, somebody's gonna call after
and shoot them down.
And shoot them down and I shall all have to stop that.
Let us stop that. Somebody calling with genuine problems and your callers calling after to lambaste them.
Yeah,
you understand? And if you then hurt that the call to tell you the problem and you allow your callers to lambaste the people on them.
No heavy.
So what kind of help is that you're giving people?
My callers just dispel misinformation, you know. That's all they do.
Dispel. So if somebody hungry by misinformation,
I want to know. I ain't got no money more food. Can I misinformation?
You can bet my callers will respond to it.
Wow.
Oh, so your callers will respond.
So you're trying to tell me?
No, your callers will know that if that person really need the help or not.
Or not? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they working in the ministry. Well, seeing that your callers know everything, let your callers talk to the Prime Minister to give people relief.
Why it always had to be about government? Why we can't come together and do
Aisha Wells. So what then will you vote for? So then will you vote for? Aisha Wells. So then what do people vote for?
Aisha saying why it always have to be about government?
Let me ask you a question, Aisha Wells. Who own the flour mills in the country? The national flour mills. That is give flour and rice and all these things. Who? The government and? So why the government and give out some of the flour and the rice and thing? Come on, Aisha Wells. Tell me better than that now, please.
She's reconnected.
I
believe she may be driving or something.
All right, Aisha. Call us back.
She may be walking about, you know.
Call us back.
Organizing people food card and
I
stuff.
don't know. Aisha was trying to say we don't do what people should do more and the government should do nothing.
Yeah, Aisha,
the government must do nothing.
Aisha was just walking about.
So then we vote for them for?
She's giving out food cards and stuff.
Well, allow us. Well, the open back the country allow us to do for ourselves. Come on, man. Come on. Do man.
Aisha, I am very
disappointed in Aisha was this evening, trying to defend that crap and tell everybody why we had to bring politics in. It's not about politics.
Good afternoon.
I want to thank you, especially thank you for unmasking Aisha Wells this evening, because they jammed you in a corner, yeah. Because I she also that jam me in a corner.
Yeah.
But this year heavy. You see, catch you know. You say, oh, so but your neighbor next door, but the government.
Talk for your neighbor next door, but you can't speak on behalf of the government.
No,
you can't speak on behalf of the government.
You
can speak on behalf. You can speak. Your neighbor. You know your neighbor has so much.
Yeah, bread butter on both sides. Your neighbor bread butter on both sides.
But the government.
Yeah.
But the government.
Yeah, you can't. No, I can't speak on behalf of the government.
Wow.
I shall come back next Saturday again, please. I shall come back next Saturday again, please. As she call her, let's say I'll leave it there.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Hi, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Reporter, if you listen, call we now. Call we.
Yeah,
because
call
the voice note, we not getting
call
everything the voice note because it keep blocking. It keep cutting off when a call comes in. I don't know how they must do that.
The time. All right, the caller is back. Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good job. Excellent program. Very, very good job. Excellent program. I'm calling from Aruka.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Aisha says she can't talk on behalf of the government. She can talk on behalf of the people. Aisha ready? Aisha, no man, no do it, Anna. Me and you better than that. You will never play a song for me.
And heavy.
Yes, sir.
All the...
You see, cut off again.
Cut off the voice, so cutting off.
Yeah, you know, because callers coming in. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Well, I call back Tisha and Heavy.
Yes, darling.
It's not your government.
Excuse
it's
me?
Not your government.
If it's not my government?
Yes.
It's
not your government.
It's our government.
Well, your Prime Minister say manos. Go and meet him, manos. You're not afraid.
Go and meet him, manos.
Yes.
Nice security.
It's your government. It's your government and it's your money. So we don't just only talk on radio, but to go and meet Dr. Quitro. Talk when you have meeting and things. Talk to him, man.
Yeah, you can't go and meet him. They're so that.
Yeah, man. What do you mean? Manos.
Manos, man.
Yes, you're showing your government and you're showing your country.
You're right.
So don't come and tell me that you're afraid, Dr. Rowley. No,
I ain't afraid. Who tell you I'm afraid?
Oh.
I ain't afraid of him. I just can't just
you can't just go to the
you can't just go and meet him. And
Dr. Rowley, that meeting.
All right, tell me how you just do it. How you just meet him, manos, and I would do.
Well, we have like I already go to meeting. For a long time we have meetings.
But you're sending me. You're
Yeah,
sending me to go and meet him. You can send me to do something and you can't.
And you can't go.
You can't do it.
He should come by us.
Your mama kind, my man.
No.
But he never
Dr.
come by
Rowley,
me.
Dr. Rowley should come by us.
You see, I live in Chumakak. He never come by me.
I live in Maruga Tableland.
Well, you see how lucky he is?
You lucky?
Maruga Tableland is my thing. I don't have no representative.
Dr. Rowley? Dr. Rowley is your family?
I won't say kind of way.
Well, you see that your mama guy in
Yeah, you are your family.
That your family.
Excuse me?
Why
Excuse me?
See that you just talk to him. Tell him put some food. Money in the food care for the people and them to get some food now.
No, well, you could tell him.
Oh, give me his number now. I'll call him.
Today, you have a council meeting.
Right.
So tell if you like you are going to the meeting. You won't be there to the meeting?
No, you have to. No, you
can't go to the meeting.
You can't just go to the meeting. What you have to do?
No,
yes, you have to make a what you have to do, darling. You have to make a recommendation.
Well,
right?
you could do it.
And then they have to verify if they choose you or not.
Well, you don't do it.
It's not. You can't just walk in. You can't just walk in.
No. The same thing what you're saying there. You ever done it already?
No, the radio station will have to make a recommendation, honey.
Well, tell the radio station. Tell the radio station.
All right, darling. All right.
Okay, darling. Enjoy.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, Lord, boy.
We can't get a voice. So to play.
I'm talking like a hit.
All right, people. Hold on the calls. I will play some voice soon, sir.
TC and Heavy. All those people that was in South Park there yesterday, was everybody from South? We had people from Lavantil, Shogunas, and Karuni. Could you answer me, please?
We don't have that information. How we gonna know where they're from, where people from?
It could be people from all over Trinidad. We are not against whoever
went to see the Gaffrey people. You don't know what people are going through.
It could be from all over Trinidad.
See if we get next voice, they quick. Before we get next call.
You know. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome. Hello, good afternoon. This person internet is reconnecting. So
you have the internet reconnecting here. Yes.
Hi, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
TC Heavy.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, reporter.
Wow, I trying to call it because we're trying to play a voice so that people keep calling over it.
Yeah, well, there we go. I just do some shoot a call straight.
Right.
So, you see, the question that you all pose. And good afternoon to Aisha, one of the sisters in the struggle to it. Good afternoon.
Yeah, man.
You see, a question you all ask us there is a very serious question. That question I'm not even asking in the parliament right now. Because I don't know how much people just do the little research. Right now, we only place trap for money right now. We have to track where the money is right now to reach the people. It's all about reaching the people. Some people don't know what is really going on here, you know. Some of them just in the ivory zone and they're telling themselves everything hunky-donkey and everything nice. There are people who begging today that will never beg just so, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
The system and the way how the thing going right now in the community is heavy. You should know that.
Yes, I know.
Wrong way. You see, you know that too.
Yeah.
You see, these people, I tell this administration from the time the place started shut down, the only how to reach the people, the same way how you just go and pick up the banner and drop it in the community center and try to make sure everybody vote. Do that.
Yeah.
Once you start off and doing that, all these people who ain't had nothing on food card, that would have never happened. And your second move, it was to watch how you're spending your money. You want to ease up the economy. You collect an economy that you said was overheated in 2015. When you get an economy, you want to cool it down, you overheat it more. Today, you're talking about the money between 2010 to 2015, while you said it was overheating the economy, they was doing a little construction, thing was going on wherever the case may be. But you have an opportunity that only you and God could deal with this, Mr. Rowley and the PNM. You have to reach these people. These people are running hungry. We are not an angry people. We still love the soca. We still love the carnival. We still want to see everything change up and come back to normal. But you all don't know when the time is going to come for this thing to come back to normal. You're borrowing money to do. Look, right now, we're now bringing 2 new boats in this country. How much people are going to sail in the next 6 months?
Wow.
What about the people? Heavy. I'll listen to these callers and then. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. Thank you, reporter. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But people taking it for games and saying, oh, why depend on this one and why?
Yeah, study your neighbor next door, have bread and butter on both sides and don't study the government. That we have to do? Wow. Yeah. Wow, Aisha. Really? I'm a friend. Aisha, I'll call you shut them all evening. Hey, my tell you shut them all evening, Aisha.
No.
Don't go down there.
No. Hi, good afternoon.
Not tomorrow.
Good afternoon.
Monday, sorry.
Someone from the go here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I want to talk about. You see the double dipping where they say people applying for check twice and whatnot. I don't know if you remember last week when I was coming up with the solution to fix the pensioners' check problem by issuing a card.
Right.
And every month you send the finance to the card, just how they say that it had the checks, but because people double dipping, they hold it up.
Right.
If just how you give people the food card, you give them a relief card, and you're sending the money to that card the 15th of every month, could you double dip?
No.
Nope.
Problem solved. Who does do the procurement for these ministers? This is why I need to find out. Who is the people that pitch the ideas because you want to go back to a barbaric system and expect that is what compromising me, that is the corruption, but you're still sticking in it. You don't want to break the transverse line and change the system so that it can't happen. So we keep doing the same thing over and over and over. Mountain is this weekend,
Yep.
Let me see how it's from the bank and the TT Post and them places go look, because last month it was a problem.
Yeah.
Let me see the fix it for this month. So these senior citizens who have to come out in this weather now.
They fix nothing.
Fix what? What a fix?
You all understand why I'm showing all this here?
Yeah.
They madness and then people want to come and stand up like this, the backbone of these ministers.
But for a poor man to double dip and get 1,500 is an issue. But for a rich man to double dip and get 15 million, nobody is saying nothing.
Okay.
And the poor man saying he deserve that. The poor man saying the rich man deserve that. First, we stupid.
No. Now we stupid. Here is the system. They don't give you anything. So in 5 years, when they want your vote and they come and pave your road, you think you're indebted to them.
Wow.
They don't give you, imagine when the ministers of them, the minister of housing do his job and allow you to get an AGC apartment. You indebted to them because they give you a house. But don't pay for it.
And they still have to pay for it.
And they still have to pay for it.
And they still have to pay for it. On top of that, he did not give you anything.
No.
And
that's his job. That's his job.
Yeah. That's
to
his
try
job.
and provide housing.
Come to them doing the job. That when they do it, the feeling indebted to them.
You is happy until you're dead.
When they get
Let me make one more point before I hang up. Let me make one more point.
Yeah.
As a youth man from Dago, I used to walk to school. I used to pass through Diamond Vale to go to school. And I see so much abandoned AGC houses. And now as an adult, 36 years, and when I go in Dago to check my family, the same house is more dilapidated. So the minister of housing can't come up with a way for citizens to bid for these houses. Like men with contractors or men with and fix it up themselves.
Yeah, and fix it up themselves.
To ease the rental, because they keep saying we have a rent assessment, board, but we don't,
No.
We have a rent query board.
Wow.
We have a rent query. You see, when the landlord realize you're poor and he charge you 500 and then you buy a car 2 years after and you raise it 500 more, like when you have to go and query. But rent assessment is when you decide to be a landlord, you go and you register. and they send somebody to evaluate your property. And they tell you the minimum you can get for this is this, the maximum is this. So you can't just put 2 long lighters and charge me extra 1,000. But it's at the poor people mercy, because look what's going on now, landlords. Imagine you could buy agricultural land, show up a 3-story on it, and turn it into a commercial land and make $1 million a year.
Aranguez.
No other part of the world in England. Let me tell you something, in England, it have a special diesel that is used for tractor and backhoe and things. And if police pull you down on the road and put that dipstick in your gas tank and pull it up and see you're using the wrong diesel, your vehicle is the government owned and your license terminated. But in Trinidad, you could go and buy a piece of agricultural land for 40,000, plant on it for 2 years, get the comfort, and then show up a 3-story.
Yep.
And laugh at citizens. Laugh all the way to the bank.
All right. Hurry up, man. Blessing. Thank you, man. Same.
Hi, good afternoon.
Over and over.
Yeah, yesterday, I see a mixed up people out there yesterday. I didn't see PNM, I didn't see UNC. I see people out there yesterday. I see people in need out there yesterday. So I don't want to go down the way that who was Indian in the who was African, who was UNC or PNM. I see
who was from South and who was from Tong.
People in need. And I think that most people today, as I said, Leon, I see that again 100%. I see that the Rambin today keep a whole free market. She cook as bad, you pick up a bag, heavy anti-seat, and you walk in like a empty place, and you take away one sugar, milk, rice, potato. It's like a grocery, like $700-800 grocery. You live and over 700 people. So again, where is put your hands in the drive for Lavantil? Where is Leon? I hear a lady calling us and say on ISRS program that all she's asking is for the materials and they go pitch you for the cells. They tell me if we call you and say we want you to pitch. They say no, the government don't have money, but they find $100 million to fire people. If I make it up before I go, this morning I called in on David Mohammed program, and he make a valid point. He said these same callers who call in on the radio, these PNM callers, if they give the children $100 to go in the store, and they only come up with $10, they go question them where the money go, right? He said that the minister doesn't want that money. They say, oh gosh, they don't care. But if they get some money or the daughter money, they go question that how much you spend, how much you ain't spend, and that caller there make a valid contribution this morning. Yes, you make a valid contribution.
Don't question the government.
No, they don't care how much they will spend. They don't care how much Frank can spend. They don't care how much Store can spend.
No.
They don't care how much Ronan spend. They don't care how much Farid spend. They don't care how much house.
They only care about what Kamala spent 7 years ago.
Oh, but they know Rowdy have a house in Tobago. He have a house down Westmoreland. He have a house in one Woodbrook. Well, the one in one Woodbrook, they say is he and the wife was she house I could call. What she house I could name. And I get anybody people can zero. You have one in Tobago. You have one in the Richmond area down Westmoreland. And they say that he have one in one Woodbrook, but then the wife or whatever. But I could say so Rowdy has 2 houses in this country. One in Tobago, one in Trinidad. So Rowdy not a broken man, right? Rowdy have money to burn. Rowdy have money like Kamala, and he could have more money than Kamala. I want to say that Rowdy have more money than Kamala.
But the thing is, all right, thank you, Casey. The thing is not about who have more money, you know. To me, TC, there's one main institution in government that distributes money, and that's the Ministry of Finance, right? So they have to say, okay, Ministry of Works had to get so much a million, Ministry of Energy had to get so much a million, Ministry of Agriculture had to get so much a million. They are the distributor. If the minister say, well, here what? I hold him back. I cut out some Ministry of National Security money, right? And I put it in the Ministry of Social Development, put money on the food cards, give all the grants. You understand where I'm coming from? I will cut back from here, and if they can hold the full hold. You understand? We just do that as parents.
Yeah.
Right? If they have a shortage of funds, there are things you could stop pay for. Renters of buildings, right? All these state boards and them that they have these fellas just home doing nothing and collecting big salary. Cut. You understand? Cut certain things, certain luxuries that people that the country that really don't need, the country really don't need right now. It has certain government institutions actually shut down. Nobody's there working. You understand? Means don't pay the workers the salary, but why you still paying rent for the building? You understand where I'm coming from? And I hear in the grapevine they want to raise tea and tech bill. Right now. Oh God. In this crucial time, where we going to? Who we living? We living in it? Where we living in? With regards to the people and them who was down in South Park yesterday, I want to say I'm so sorry that some of them didn't get their hampers, and I want to say kudos to the people of South Park. I want to say this on national radio for trying to help people in need. Kudos to you, because you didn't have to. So all the people that contribute, kudos for trying to help. Maybe the method of having the people line up and thing, maybe the method to distribute was wrong, right?
Or
yeah.
It just
Maybe they get overwhelmed.
Right.
Yeah, they get overwhelmed. Like the talk spread, boy. So Park giving away hampers.
They didn't expect
all them people.
Let's say they have expected half.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a one-day drive. It wasn't a one day. They didn't say, okay, just for today alone we are giving away X. It's not a one-day drive. You cannot give away.
Well, they have a certain amount of hampers.
Right.
But
you can't give away all a hamper in a day.
In a day.
Right. So let's be realistic. It was overwhelming for them.
Yeah.
You know, and now they see the great need, right? Because think about it. If you have $100 to give away, right? And you head into Port of Spain and you say you're only giving homeless people.
Right.
Right? And when you realize the amount of
homeless people, yeah. Because even when you go to do your little food, your food is done and people still coming for food.
Right.
And you're like,
if
boy,
you
food done.
Extra in your pocket. I know by now they must be going back to the drawing board. And even though they're saying, okay, we only give out 200 and we have 1,200, 1,500, whatever the amount left.
Yeah.
Let's see if we could still do like a little 500 more, a little 1,000 more.
Yeah, because
you see the need out there.
Yeah.
It's real. When it hit them, they realize we cannot stop at the 1,000 because it will have people, and they had the first-hand experience heavy of speaking to some of these people.
Yeah, because people was crying.
Right. So they had the first-hand experience. You see how we could have come back and report and say, hey, I spoke to this old lady. Things like that is really fully up.
Yeah. You see,
things like that is really...
To see that a woman crying, then they can't give you a hamper.
Can't give her.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Things like that is really fully up. And they can't come out with one hamper because she cry is so great.
Yeah.
And hand her one because somebody else
behind her, yeah.
Cry is greater than that.
Yeah.
So you will end up back to the same thing that you were trying to get away from. People starting because everybody really want it.
Yeah.
You understand?
So people, we're going for a break again, right?
At 2:30 p.m. today.
Well, we're going for that for the press conference, but we have 19 seconds to go for our break, and we're going to be back, and we're going to go up until 2:30 with your calls and more. So keep it locked right here on the Street 919 FM.
Winter can't cool you, baby girl, so your heart.
Only independent ladies want to be like this, baby.
For a very strange reason, baby, you're so underrated.
Strike it up. Hey, girl.
And there's no one other than you at all. There is no one could never call you a friend because you're hotter than them. You are the best overall, you're hotter than them. One time. Uptown, downtown, stink anyway.
We're ready to go back on the road and say hands in the air.
Because we uptown, downtown, stink anyway. Hey.
2, 3. Tell them, hey, say you wanna wine, say you wanna move with the crew, say you wanna drink everything that's fine, girl, bust another wine. Hey, so if we move with the crew, no one drink, we go 2 by 2. Pass one sack for the well, I say the well get through. Wait. Cause I wanna feel the feeling, I say who can wait up for that costume again? 1, 2, uptown, sneak anyway. Sneak every day. Spend money day, it's a vibe. I say every day, so we uptown. And if you love soca, how we say 1, 2, 3. So now we do this thing the right way. And now we pick up the vibes in here.
Patrice again.
Lyrical, girl, still my heart like a criminal. Somebody make some noise.
Roll up on me like a door of a girl.
Social distance, white. Social distance,
like a criminal.
Hey,
no girl, I come here alone. I ain't breaking no code.
Stop the clock right now.
Girl, when you feel like I can make you feel nice, and we could jump all night.
Like your head nice. Front to the back.
So high, check it out and go with me close.
Let's see why, let's see. Hey, girl, run the shot, bend your back and wine. Come for that, give me that one. Give me that, girl. Give me. Hey, girl, you look so good. Let it fast and nice. Give me that one. Let it help to sing. I go deeper, wine like a criminal. No resistance, shot. Look it up and wine like a criminal. Like a criminal. Stick it up and criminal. No. Help us see. If you whine on, you cannot tell nobody. This is between you and me. Keep the vibes that you're bringing. Bring it away.
Keep the bumper rocking on me.
Everybody give it up for Patrice Roberts, please.
Somebody make some noise.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
If you could top up your car when you want, give me $5 in super. Your phone when you want. Hello? You'll call me back, my credit done in. Why you can't top up your TV when you want? Well, now you can with Direct TV Prepaid. Top up when you want and get the best in entertainment with a 15 or 30-day TV top-up. Don't hurt your head. Get all your favorite TV shows, movies, and more without having to bang your belly. Now you're really looking good with Direct TV Prepaid. Well, what you waiting on? Purchase your kit, install, and activate with WhatsApp or SMS at 390-3288.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the line had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the Live Wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to the Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gotta be home in time for the cookie. Keep safe.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street 919 FM every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday. The Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Well, Heavy, we are back 5 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock. Remember, at 2:30 p.m. we head to the press conference. Even each and every Saturday, we have press conference giving us all the updates on the COVID-19, the pandemic, and of course, everything that is going on. Our numbers and everything. Of course, the curfew, the hours, giving us the updates and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So at 2:30 p.m.
We're expecting the press conference this evening.
Huh?
We're expecting to hear.
He may just, the only thing I think will change is that he may just roll back the curfew hours on a weekend. As promised, he may say from month end or from next weekend, we go back to 9 o'clock. I don't think it'll have anything, no opening up of anything. I don't think it will have any opening up of anything right now. I think he wants to open the borders as well. He may just give you an update on that when it may be able to open. But nothing major right now. Nothing major. Nothing major. Nothing major. I don't think anything major will be coming our way. Head back to the phone line?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Caller.
Good afternoon again.
Yes, good afternoon.
I don't want to stay too long because I know time is against you all.
Yeah.
But let's look at the double dipping for a bit. That double dipping. Let's start from the person to the top. Let's start from the permanent secretary. As a matter of fact, let's start from the Auditor General. Straight back to the permanent secretary. to the web port and the worker who behind the computer. Let me ask, you all know when a fish van passing and after it pass, you smell of fish in the area?
Right.
Very well. So if I is sitting below, you're talking about the worker now, the web port, who put in information on that computer. And if you see a name come up for a second time, it wouldn't raise a red flag to call your supervisor right inside there to say, look, Frank James' name came up for the second time. It raised a red flag. You will not submit that name. So I am saying a van passing smelling, selling dirty old hearing and a smelling it. Because I'll tell you why. And let me go there. If I don't have money, I got to start from the top and I got to create something to make it look and appears something is wrong, but in truth and frank, I don't have the money. So Tabakit is saying, the only how a computer will function, you need somebody to place information there. That computer can't put any information on its own.
That's right.
So Tabakit is saying, I'm smelling a dirty fish pan passing and the stench is high. Brothers, all you read through what I just said, Tabakit out and off.
Yeah. Thank you, Tabakit. And with regards to this double dipping thing, I can't understand for the life of me how that could be happen.
Yeah,
right? And to me, I feel that is a cop out. Take a call.
Hi, good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Yeah, partner, I was trying to call back there.
Yeah. The thing is...
let's take the call. Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, BNTC.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, reporter.
That double dipping talk that right now on the questions to the Prime Minister questions on Tuesday, I think it was.
Yeah, in the Parliament.
You believe that man talk wrong that all they're asking him is anyone will held accountable for that?
Or if there will be an investigation.
Yeah. Well, that is, they had to have somebody responsible. Now, here what's going on. That is money. It's over $8 billion, you know. It's over $8 billion, you know. I have that clipping that's coming through the Parliament channel because me don't call the radio to hear myself and feel like singing good, you know.
Yeah.
I just be struggling just the same. We always struggling for the people because once them people be talking about comfortable, automatically I go be comfortable because I know how to survive. Because when them people not comfortable all day, it will be a problem for me because people feel heavy on the drive on the back road after 89. They don't even drive over the lady, they don't even go in Chanapu, they don't come over, they don't pass through our community to know what is going on and wrong us. So I call on the people like Mr. Hines again, those ministers, Mr. Inbert. We love this country. We don't find out all already. Everything all they say and do in the public domain, it is be on social media. Probably the callers don't look at certain things, but the kind of information running out there right now, I will personally say you all use up all your usefulness as politicians in this country in this pandemic. Good afternoon again, Sundar and Toledo.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
I take as much call as possible.
Yeah, because we run out of time.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
Let me just respond to Mr. Tabakit, and I want to give me 1 minute.
Go ahead.
I will tell people to understand something will give you better guidance. And not everything that happens in the government service with respect to the Auditor General is corruption. I'll tell you why. And by the way, Tabakit, the system of computerization in the public service is not fully organized yet based on a lot of issue concerning revenue collection in Trinidad and Tobago. So it's not corruption. The UNC knows that, Dr. Oli knows that, because it happened with 40,000 food cards. It wasn't corruption. And that's why I'm thinking out of it. When I do a form for application for anything in the government service, it's not immediately placed on a system. It's sent for approval. And because of the thousands, they could get lost. When it gets lost, people end up getting two sets of money. Here's the problem. It's not always a case where when you do the application, that you could end up, in fact, you could end up getting more money. It happens to people even in who work in government service and end up getting more salary than they're entitled to. The Auditor General will pick it up, and the person will have to be called upon to pay it back. The UNC knows that. So it's no corruption thing with the $8 million. There's a gentleman calling and said he submit forms. Public servants sometimes misplace forms. They put it in the drawer. It happens. And it will come up, and the Auditor General will outline fully who was overpaid, who was underpaid, and the person will be called upon to pay back the money. It's not any corruption with $8 million. $400 million corruption. $8 million from the Auditor General, that is not corruption. So let us get away from that, because I read and I knew during the time of Mr. The gentleman who was in charge of social development under the People's Partnership, 40,000, there's an indiscrepancy with 40,000 food cards. And I myself say, listen, that is a non-issue. It's a non-issue there, but it's an issue now. We must be fair and we must understand where we are. If we don't understand, don't come on the radio. And Kamachit knows that.
All right.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Thanks very much. I like that. I like that. You know,
with regards to the misplacement, however, though, Junior, with regards to the misplacement of the forms, though, the application is now done online.
Yeah.
So which means there's no paper.
There's no paper.
Yeah, it's no paper. So it actually has to go into the system
one time.
So
it's not done on paper anymore.
No, you have to do it online and send it in.
Yeah.
So which means
so you wouldn't do it online and then print it.
Yeah.
You do it online, it goes into the system one time.
Even the documents that you have to submit, you have to take a picture,
you have to scan it
and send it online.
Yeah,
so
it or like your birth paper, your pay slips, everything, you have to scan it and send
it. I know the computerized system in these ministries is not up to par. And not only that, to most of the people that work in there, not really computer friendly and computer related stuff. Dinosaurs inside them places that just don't want to leave and go home and just don't know how to operate the system. And that causing all the problems right now, because remember, we have to go into this new age of computers kicking and screaming.
Yep.
You understand?
We have a lot of calls, huh?
Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, fellas, I'm going to make it quick. It's two different ministries, right? So they apply to two different ministries. That's why they call it double dipping. So they read the papers now. Enjoy the day.
That's all right.
You could have just tell me about tire.
No, what did they hear you going to say?
No, have you tell me about tire? No,
what
allowed to call here. He's not allowed to call here.
No, because he was
it. And I bring you so to find out if it died bad time. But you don't do me that.
All right,
he's not allowed to call here.
Okay, caller.
He's not allowed to call.
Yeah,
good afternoon.
Yeah, sir.
You see, I'm heavy. Just a simple thing I want to ask you. Right? I don't know why we held bent on doing autopsy instead of surgery. We only doing autopsies, only autopsy after it done happen.
Yeah.
But we're not doing surgery to prevent it from happening down the road.
Yeah.
Only autopsy we're doing over and over. But as I ask again, even if it's 500 ministries giving out grant, and they're issuing it on a card, and they hand you a card when you get through. Like we say, go through all the procedure and you get through. When you're going now, they hand you a card and say, here, well, your rent relief or your salary relief coming on this card. You're getting 3 months assistance, and then it's complete, you return the card out.
Simple.
How could you double dip if it is the ministry selling it to this card for you?
Rastaman, that is happening in a perfect system, in a perfect world, it's a perfect ministry. You need to understand what's going on in these places, and the reason why nothing gets done in no ministry, why all this crap that's be going on, because plenty people get work under politics, and nepotism and friend and link up, and some of them not qualified for the job. Most of them not qualified for the job they're doing. Why think WASA have 100 and something managers? Who the hell WASA do over 100 and something managers? You understand? Because people link up, people to get managerial work. Half of them don't know what they're doing. If a man is engineering WASA, don't know how to even put on a pipe.
So you see what we're going to? Again, is management.
This is what I'm saying.
So all I'm saying is, instead of we doing autopsy with the pensioners, autopsy with the workers, that the RIS people collecting, autopsy with the, let me put things in place beforehand.
If you have a system, the food card system was working perfect, you know, the problem was people was using it for their own use and giving people like they
Of
deserve.
course, because this is the country we live in. We have to understand we living in a corrupt country. And not only politicians alone corrupt, workers corrupt, everybody grease a hand and link up. You understand?
We are going to be the same thing as the starting. I want to say, if it is you vote for a party and you the other day are telling someone, I don't vote. You know the person tell me, if you don't vote, you don't have a say. I say that song in real good. I say you could do my favor when you see the Prime Minister, tell them the people that vote when he borrow these millions and billions, let them pay back. I don't vote, I don't have a say.
Wow.
So when it comes to governance, it has to do with citizens. When it comes to election, it has to do with party.
Yeah, good.
This is governance now, so the billions that borrow go to
party
ECB
done
election
already.
and let these people and them that vote pay back. And those that didn't vote don't take the money.
That's right. Thank you.
But when I'm talking about governance has to do with citizens.
Yeah.
They don't see either side, they've seen citizens.
Listen, citizens, yeah. They're trying to do with party, and if you vote for UNC or PNM,
but that is the mindset of the people we have to deal with on a daily basis.
That's correct.
All right, well, we go link up heavy.
Yeah, we have
Let me tell you again on national radio.
Right.
Bartaria is not to call you. It hurts his heart that he cannot call.
Don't let call.
He's not to call.
I thought they
and
got
if
voice.
you know, and Eddie, next time,
all right,
I am asking you,
yeah,
and you play not answering me, you will end the program by yourself.
Okay, done. Right? I go tell you when he call.
He's not to call unless he apologize.
He apologized or no?
No, he did not.
I think I apologized on Aisha.
You lie.
I can't remember.
He's not to call.
I will find out.
He's not to call.
I go ask Aisha.
He's not. Aisha will say yes.
Yeah, Aisha goes.
Tape that and let me hear it. No.
Well, I go listen now.
I don't live two sides. I don't live two sides. You know that.
Yeah, I think I apologize on Aisha.
I don't live two sides.
Hello, caller.
Yes. The government is not doing enough to alleviate the problem that people are suffering.
Yeah.
The reason for that is a lot of people are not receiving, let me see, food hampers and other social assistance because government do not trust the NGOs to make the distribution. They want to handle everything for themselves.
Boy, this is
and if they will just start allocating resources to registered NGOs without prejudice, the situation would improve and you wouldn't get that kind of embarrassment that we had down at San Fernando recently.
Thank you, caller.
Very, very intelligent caller. Very intelligent.
Besides that, it have people who do not want to go to a church or a mosque or a mandal because they do not want to be religiously persecuted or politically persecuted.
Yeah.
So the NGOs have an important part to play. So give them the opportunity to assume active participation with these distributions.
Thank you.
Know?
Yes, man. Very good contribution.
Very intelligent.
Very good contribution, my brother.
I'm telling you, one of the best for the day.
Okay then.
Thank you.
Okay then.
Thank you so much.
All right then.
Yeah, very intelligent.
Yeah,
very intelligent.
but
and that's just an open-minded,
Yeah,
straightforward thinker.
Don't really think about it. Give the NGOs to give all the thing.
But the right hand don't trust the left hand. And the thing is, they must want to cut out something outside. It's always a friend thing.
And a link up.
It always has to
Every
be.
time people say get something.
You ain't no Sharon by the office. You ain't no Mildred. Mildred down by the office. They go and tell she.
I
send you. And you could get two, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
It
always has something. Yeah, some family, some link up. Yeah.
Oh gosh, we had to cut out that when it comes to food.
And the thing is, I think if they're trying to stop that from happening, don't take that call it. I think if they're trying to stop that from happening, they're wasting time because why? If somebody get to hamper, you wouldn't you're hampering 1,000 people from that one person getting to hamper. So you're so focused on who want to get. Man, just give all the thing and let the people and them the NGOs and them sort it out.
You see party group.
Oh God.
From 19 how long?
Yeah.
You see party groups.
And I was there with the minister and I was just in the office and
many party group for a long time. That party group thing,
that killing it.
From since my grandmother and my mother.
Don't he no PNM. I never see no meeting.
The party group.
That didn't make no sense. That
and then the party group people is the people who doing the distribution.
Oh God! That all for long.
That had to stop.
See, all for long. And this is why I don't like the idea of MPs giving out hampers. You know that? Because if have people in the community, even a marginal seat, and have people have the community, then vote for that political party. Sorry for them the next half. If the party group members that given all the hampers, then the people and them who vote for our next party in that community wouldn't get no hampers. So them in hungry too.
That had to stop.
Come on, man. This is killing me. Take a call.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. TC.
Yeah.
And
Heavy
duty.
Yes, brother.
All right. I agree with heavy duty, and not always I do, but I respect. You know what I wanted to say? The money that government should give us is our own. It belongs to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where I agree with heavy, because $1,000 isn't much, and especially there are places in Canada and United States where they get $1,005 US a month, and that to me, what I'm looking at here is you made a remark in which the same identical thing that what's his name, Lloyd Best, and also Dr. Morgan Jobs, economist, also lamented that we have billions of dollars of oil money, right? And there's only 1.4 million people here. Right? Now, it might seem atrocious to people to say, well, look, we can't give each person, let's say, $50,000 or $1 million. Because you know why? They would say no one would want to work after that, right?
Right.
But I just want to end by closing. I'm a very disappointed with Rowley Jr. because I agree with most of the things he say. But I find if he always talking about national heart and national, he keep making a generalized statement about the uneducated Trinidadians and black man must be open up their eyes. And Baratarian, they do that. And I want to know what country they come from, because if they were in Jamaica and they say certain things about Jamaica, they would have been out of there. You know, you're in Trinidad. What country are you from? But they keep saying about, Trinidadians, and then in the other end contradicts himself by saying national heart. We must have a national heart. You know, I would like to hear what you have to say. You could say some of us, but you can't just come and, you're speaking about me and so many others who have made contributions, and that is a wrong statement. I just want to add that.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Good day, too.
Hi, good afternoon.
Gentlemen, let me respond. When I spoke about national heart, I always talk about policies coming from government itself and not individual. I might talk about people not so much uneducated but uninformed. Now, Rastaman Sandigo said something about the surgery and the autopsy, and he was correct. But here it is. The surgery is, you need approval for the surgery. Bring it into government. For example, have you all speaking, you all had an interesting topic, If the first thing you talk about, a colleague and I was speaking that way as to whether or not the government can give out all the money, who on the system. That in itself is a problem in Trinidad because unlike the US where they print money, they could just get up and say, listen, we printed $1.9 trillion to own the system. The system is pretty organized as compared to ours. Our system needs approval in the parliament to introduce a lot of systems for better accountability, and it's not been approved. Remember the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority? It's a similar model to the Canadian and US model, but it needs approval in the parliament. Dr. Rowley, and they cannot approve that unless they get help from Cabinet Secretary. When you approve that, you get more money in the system because, guys, what you all don't know is there are a lot of businesses out there making millions of dollars, but you cannot charge them taxes because of the system of tax collection. And that has to be approved in the parliament.
I am fully aware of that.
Right. It cannot go on in the system. The other thing is that that is where you get the surgery from. That's why you have only the autopsy, where after everything happens, you have to make a count. That's the system we have right now. And to correct that system, you need the revenue authority. The other thing, the gentleman talked about nationalistic approach. Why I spoke about the nationalistic approach is the same reason I'm talking about. The gaming industry, when you bring in a board, when we go in this game thing and they have these boards swinging, the government collects revenue only on a board. Only on the board that comes in. when the Revenue Authority bill passed, Heavy and TC, the gaming industry have to pay more taxes when we have more brothers and sisters employed in those industries because they employ a lot.
Right.
When it's not passed, you're limited the amount of employment you could make. Where the gaming industry bill has to pass? In the parliament. Who blocking it? No, I think it recently passed. Make a check and see if it passed. But if it's blocked in the parliament, we cannot get it going. So, to end, a lot of things the government could do after currently what exists. You come back here in your house, and you're dealing with this only under this system here. But you need your son and your wife to approve other things. If they agree, you can't go forward.
I just want to ask you one question before we go. The initial question. Is the government doing enough in this COVID-19 pandemic lockdown to alleviate the pressure of people?
Right.
That is,
under the current system and the current revenue stream, the government cannot do more. If the government doing more, I didn't say we are telling about printing money. Mr. Biden and they print $1.9 trillion heavy, and they could come around and give the citizens that easy and add it to the current bill. We cannot do that. We can print money. If you have $80 billion circling in your country, that's the $80 billion you have to use. That's where you get the term deficit and these kind of things shouting about. You can't just bring in money. All the money being circulated, if you have it today from this bank, the bank changes, you have the same currency number are wrong, the same value. So that's what government has to use. So you used to make something about at one point in time that we had real money in the country where each person could get $1 million.
And I didn't say that, I didn't say that, that was said long ago, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, you said that. And it wasn't a bad statement, We had it, But corruption damaged it. When you go to the parliament to get corruption corrupted and declaring your wealth and all kind of thing right now in the modern time, when you go to the parliament, the other side don't help you approve it. So it's the same system on that. So guys,
so then the system need to change, original. Then the system not working for the people.
Well, the system has to change in the parliament. The system can't change it. You can't just get up and say tomorrow you're going to do something different. They challenge it in court and win, The system has to change under the law. So it's written in Constitution 5, Amendment 2, that you could do this. Anytime you do this after. Let me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
When the Prime Minister was being sworn in, there was a mistake with the sworn in, I think the Attorney General, something.
I sworn in first and it wasn't there. Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
That in itself is a misnomer. If you do go ahead and do it correctly, somebody could go to the court and make a mistake that the government not avoid,
It's not avoid because they did the wrong swearing in. Yeah, and that's how the thing goes. Yeah.
So you have to ensure, you see, with all the things we have out here, you see that parliament with 41 people, boy, that everything happens there. Not the cabinet so much, The cabinet can approve certain things and get it going. But even when the cabinet approve, if it's out there with the wrong system under the law, people can challenge it. So let us go to the parliament and discuss. A lot of the things. Brothers and sisters.
We stretch with time. We had to go for the conference.
Take care. All the best.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I'm not seeing it coming.
You get up there yet? I thought that was coming up there now.
No, I'm not seeing it coming up. I'm searching for it still.
Which one we had last week? If you go in history and you go back to last week, you just click on that one. Take a call in the meantime. Anybody on the line?
No, nobody there.
Okay, we're trying to get up the live stream for the Prime Minister press conference. It's now 2. Let's see. Yeah, it's 2:30.
You know, he always a bit
Heavy and TCAC, I saw them brain dead sycophant store. I know Oreo number 2 that coming with some duties, things like that. That's that crap you just talk with. God boy. Everything and here now any contribution they're making, they must call Kamla name.
One more call. Let's take our next one. Hi, good afternoon.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, happy to see you. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good day.
Yeah,
Philip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Heavy, I sent you something on your WhatsApp day, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just to show you how things could work. Okay. This guy, Jaramdin, he did a food drive, and you could see the system he used, how excellent it worked.
Oh, what he did? Okay,
so he
like a supermarket style.
Yes, but what you do, you have like a table set up with all the different things. You have everything bag out already, and you just pass it. They give you a bag, covered bag. You can take how much you want, and you walk around and you pick up all that you want. I'm talking about from groceries, from market, water, to chicken, to fish, everything.
Really?
But the point, yes, it was amazing.
So how come it had Russian and like how it had in South Park?
Right.
This is the thing. You see, you're doing our mistake and other people's mistakes. What he did was he gave out tickets to certain organization.
He gave out what? Tickets?
Tickets, like a ticket.
Oh,
right?
Good, right.
So, okay, so you come to this church and you get screened and decide this person needs
this person need, right.
And you give your ticket and you give your time over in it and you just go and you collect it according to that thing. So it had no rush. It had no rush. Everybody was like, one person here, one. What made?
Yeah, the street.
So when you get the ticket, that ticket is like how they call it? Like an interview. It's like an interview.
Right.
So they interview you to find out your needs and your...
Yeah, and then this church or the organization interviewing you
would have
first.
done that, yeah.
And then they're giving you the ticket to go. The ticket have the time you have to go. So you're not going there 7 o'clock. If you have 10 o'clock on the ticket, no, you have to go for 10.
You have to go for 10.
If you reach for 7, you have to wait till 10 to go in.
That's very good.
So they cater for 500 people. I know time pressing. They cater for 500 people. They give it out. I don't know how much is it taken to do that over. Very case may be, but the 500 people could go and they could collect their hampers. Plus the car park was a very big car park. So the minute the person finish they call the person who come in for them. They drive in and they just reverse, they pick up and they go. So it have no rush, no thing. It was amazing and it was good. I think these are people now. What I want to say is that I look at the list. If I don't know, look at the list that they give out, that all the organization they give out money to, right? And when I check the list, I see Sandy Grande on the list out of 127 organizations they give money to. I see 51 out of that thing or something like that was from Sandy Grande. If you look at the list again,
out of the list of people that's supposed to get government hampers you're talking about?
The government funding.
The government funding, which is what the $1,500 grant you're talking about?
No. You remember they give out ecclesiastic organization or whatever and churches, they give out them money to give out or to buy hampers.
To buy hampers to give out, right.
Right. I was telling you the information. And when I look at the list had 51 out of that, out of the 127. From what I see, 51 out of that was Sandy Grande alone. But when you look at the names isn't like no church ever know about. So that was very strange to me.
Oh.
Right? But what I'm saying to, and in the other hand, is that they want to make this thing and give all the hampers in a way that they won't have a Russian thing. Why not give the people who are very organized, like Jerram, you know what he did here? It have in Chanishmel, it have Ian, and they did food drive and it was perfect.
Yeah. In Chanishmel, stuff is very...
Yeah, Philip Alexander too.
Exactly.
Philip Alexander.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
They just should come and give Pastor Google and Aisha Wells.
No.
Yeah.
Aisha done her hampers right there and wouldn't give him a 10.
Okay. Go ahead, Philip.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, you do a little research, you get the people who are very organized and who have things in place, and you give them some help as well, and let them organize it in that the people will get the hampers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you're telling me you're giving churches, our church didn't get any, but I could tell you something, our church looking for the members in our church who are very, who need, and they give it out. They make hampers and give out to them. And maybe people who ask and things.
And Philip, I have a family, I have a single mother. Right, to have 7 children. I need a hamper. She's not working. Since
she didn't know when to stop?
I actually got a hamper for last month.
Right.
And TC don't do that. TC don't do that.
Say heavy.
It doesn't matter. So the child must suffer. Now, Philip, you'll call me, right?
Yeah.
And let me know. You can get here.
I will just sort it,
yeah.
So wait.
That's what people will call and say.
But like the business.
What happened? What the father? So what the children father having?
It doesn't.
And none of them are father. Or?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it matters. Heavy.
It matters to them. They're not the business. The children hungry.
Heavy. So what happened? So what happened ever?
So I don't come and tell you what happened to the children and them father for you to get them a hamper.
What going on?
Wait, I don't come and get the whole history. Each one of them children. Wait.
She know these 2 words, family planning.
You see?
Heavy.
I can't take that.
No, that is
not our business.
Heavy. She didn't know when to stop.
So wait now. Okay.
So that be cheaper to buy a DVD for she.
Wow.
And them time and buy a DVD and get she plenty movies.
We're trying to tell me, right? Wait. We're trying to tell
Family
me.
planning.
We're trying to tell me, right?
But what the hell is
We're
this?
trying to tell me, right?
And you coming on the radio to...
So she cannot get hamper. Punish she because she has 7 children.
No heavy.
That way trying to tell me.
So she
must
make
be
8
punished.
now?
She must be punished for she 7 children.
You're going to feed she for she don't make 8?
Oh God.
Wow.
Really? No, let's see
Really?
Let's change the children suffer.
Really heavy?
Wow.
Heavy.
That why I don't like to come here and talk nothing. That why I don't like to come here and talk nothing.
So that's not wait heavy. Wait heavy.
And then they will say heavy and TC don't do nothing for nobody. Hello?
Be allowed to be open.
What's that?
No,
a voice note?
No, forget that. Heavy as I was saying.
Oh, this thing ain't start yet.
No, it didn't start yet.
Okay.
It's running there right now. You've seen the numbers up there.
Oh, okay, right.
But the actual conference ain't started. That is why they have this little videos running in the corner there.
Okay, cool.
Right? Heavy.
No, TC, I don't like how you go there.
Wow,
that is none about the business. Someone who the children fathers is. If you know what family planning. You know you're going to get to TC with separation. Sometimes you make 2 child for a man. Wait. Sometimes women make 2 child for a man.
Right.
The man come and dead. Right? She make up an ex man. The man trying to help you with the 2 children. He come and breach it.
Right.
And he gone.
She's suffering with the 3.
Yeah. Come on now, man. No, don't do that. No. I don't see you going. Take a call.
I showing you the real.
I don't like where you're going.
4, 5, 6, 7. So what happened?
Take a call. Take a call, please. Take a call. I don't like this conversation. Where you going? Hello, caller.
You know me.
You are just teacher wicked, yes? Wow. Really? Wow, boy.
Really heavy. Really?
Punish you woman for making some children.
I'm not punishing her.
So don't she no hamper?
Some children just have to learn the hard way.
Hello, caller.
It was under there again, VNTC.
Yeah, man.
I'll listen to that thing. There's Rowley Jr. Somebody was saying it has to pass in the parliament and all these things and whatnot. But if it is a bill at to pass, if that change a law and we have to start from to fix corruption and whatnot. And I am saying again, if I'm voting for you and you can't fix my corruption problem, or you know this is the problem and this is what happened and you can't do it, what is my inspiration to vote for you?
That's correct.
So what am I voting for you for?
Just leave it how it is and let the chips fall where it may. Every 5 years, leave it where it is and let the chips fall.
That is what keep happening over and over.
Why nothing can get done in Trinidad and Tobago? That way the country going straight down to hell.
Because we're comfortable saying that's the reason why it can't fix.
It can't fix. That can't fix and that can't be done.
Yeah.
You understand? But I realize it only can be done when it comes to poor people getting anything.
Exactly.
You understand? It could be done when the 1%. Rastaman, we have to go.
Rastaman, we have to go.
All right, cool. The press conference is on. So people, until next week, Saturday, we're going to be back here, same time, same place. Your Australia with the TNTC. We're out. We head into the press conference with the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, colleagues, members of the media, members of the viewing and listening public. So we begin as usual with the COVID-19 report for the 25th of June 2021. The tests done so far now at public and private facilities, 224,850. Over the last 24 hours, we would have reported 346 new cases, taking our total since 12th of March 2020 to 31,775. Thankfully, 23,371 of those have recovered to date, and our total active caseload has gone down to 7,613. Those in home isolation stand at 6,736. In state quarantine, 331, and 146 persons in step-down facilities. Deaths now stand at 791. As of yesterday at 4 p.m., total persons vaccinated with the first dose, 194,212, and those with second dose, 63,647. Dr. Hines, as usual, will now present the EPI summary, followed by Dr. Richards. Dr. Hines?
Thank you, CMO. Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, colleagues, members of the media, members of the viewing and listening public. The epidemiological update for the data as at June 25th is as follows. Looking at the epidemic curve, we see that we have continued to see a downward trend throughout the month of June. It is not a rapid downward trend, it's a slow decrease, but we are seeing a consistent, though slow, decrease in the numbers of cases showing up as positive as appearing by date of swab. So we're seeing that downward trend. The blue bars, which are the bars representing June, getting progressively shorter, meaning fewer cases, moving from left to right. Looking at this same data, but pulling it together on a weekly basis, what we've seen is that the gold bars, which are the bars for May, were the tallest, and then we started to see some progressive decreases in the heights of the blue bars, which are the weekly cases during the month of June. Now we looked at the percentage decrease that we saw in that time period. We saw that between the week that started on the 30th of May and ended on the 5th of June and the preceding week, there had been a 10% drop. So the week beginning on the 23rd of May and ending the 29th of June, of the 10% drop. The following week, there was a 30% drop. And then the week after that, that was the week, there was only a 6% decrease. We also look at the background, the salmon color, that salmon color representing the percent positivity, meaning out of every 100 samples that were taken, what percentage turned up as positive. And whereas we were seeing a relatively steady decline week on week, we saw a plateau where last week and this week basically we have the same approximate percentage positivity. So it's something that we're looking at, looking out for. We know we're in a delicate equilibrium right now between movement and cases. So we're looking at these indicators to see what's happening with respect to our decrease. With the preliminary data coming in from the lab today, we should have approximately a 25% decrease comparing the total this week with the total the week before. So that's hopeful. It's again going in the right direction. Looking at the same data pulled together on a monthly basis, we see that we're now nearing the end of June and we have not approached the total that we're seeing at the end of May, which again is a clearer demonstration of that slowing that we've seen from one month to the next. We also see where that salmon area gets a little lower, so we're now looking at about overall for the month of June, about 33% or so positivity, coming down from a high of over 43% during the month of May. The demographics, the distribution of age and sex for those who were diagnosed as positive remains largely the same, about 50-50 male and female, majority of cases in that 25 to 49 age group. And the fatalities have demonstrated and maintained a little bit of a swing away from the overwhelming male preponderance, where it was 75% men, so on down to about 60% men. We are seeing in that top right-hand pink bar representing women 85 and over that there was an extension, a little increase in that grouping, again, possibly due to the virus affecting a few of the elder care facilities with consequently slightly higher rates of overall fatality. We also note that looking at our projection for the last, the 2 weeks just gone, and extending that to the end of June, start of July, we expect that our numbers, if we continue as we're going, would follow that gray line that projects off the end of the right side of the graph. And we're looking at that performance against the blue bars that we see moving from left to right and getting progressively taller and now beginning to slow. So those blue bars are actually falling a little below that gray line, indicating that the slowing that we are hoping to see continues, although it is actually very gradual. So we are seeing gradual slowing, a gradual reduction in the rate of infections. And again, the point from this is we need to maintain a large degree of the adherence to the public health measures in order to continue to get this trend to move in a downward direction. With that, I turn you over to Dr. Richards.
Good afternoon to the Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Ministers of Health, Energy, National Security, and the Office of the Prime Minister. Good afternoon to my colleagues led by the Chief Medical Officer, members of the media, the viewing and listening population of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much for joining us at our press conference this afternoon. This afternoon, I'd like to present a summary on the status of the hospitals in the parallel healthcare system. And as you're aware now, we have 16 facilities in the parallel healthcare system to care for confirmed COVID-positive patients with a total bed capacity of approximately 1,022. And this is across 3 levels of care: ward level, high dependency unit care, and intensive unit care. This graph demonstrates the rolling average, which is the average number of cases over the last 7 days per day, and it's currently at approximately 227. And I always start with this graph because it gives us an indication of the future need for hospital beds. So if that number, or the rolling average, is larger or higher number, we anticipate that within 5 to 7 days we would require additional hospital beds. A positive sign here is that the rolling average generally has continued to decrease by and large. We're also looking now at a graph that looks at the daily new cases, admissions, and discharges. Of course, if we have more new cases, we expect to have more admissions, and admissions, of course, would have to be discharged at some point. And this graph itself really looks at the ability of the system to continue managing patients. I'd like to point out that over the last week, the gap between the admissions and discharges narrowed even more significantly than it has been over the last 3 weeks. And actually, this has been the narrowest gap between admissions and discharges since the 1st of May or so. And that, again, is a positive indicator. I'll now explain why we have seen that gap narrow, meaning there were less extra patients presenting over the last week than previous weeks. So we look at net admissions, which really would be the total number of new patients in the facilities or the hospitals, and we subtract those who are allowed home or those who are discharged. What we noted in the last week, and it's the first time that this has happened since Monday, is that there has been a decrease in the total number of persons being admitted to the hospitals. So our hospital numbers have started to decline. We were looking at a sort of increase or plateauing phase for the last 3 weeks, but now we are actually seeing a decline. And we also saw a significant number of discharges in terms of patients being allowed home. As you can see, over the last 3 weeks, the number or additional number of patients that have entered the parallel healthcare system for care was increased by 112 in the last week, and that has been less than the 2 previous weeks. So there has been a downward trend or a decline in the number of persons accessing, or additional persons accessing, the parallel healthcare system for confirmed COVID-19. Now, this is another graph that we look at, and this looks at actual numbers versus occupancies. And it gives us an indication as to the number of persons who are receiving care within the parallel healthcare system. Again, over the last week, we have now noticed a decrease in the number of persons that are in the parallel healthcare system. Today, we have 528 persons across the 16 facilities in the parallel healthcare system, of which 386 are at the 9 hospitals for the more ill or the critically ill patients. And that's a number you would see identified on the media release on the first page that CMO would have shared. And the remaining 142 persons are in step-down facilities. What I'd like to reiterate to the population is that although we are seeing a declining number in persons seeking care, unfortunately, we continue to see a balance of there being more critically ill patients, though that is those in the hospitals, versus those in step-down facilities. We also look at occupancy, which is the total number of patients or persons in the hospitals divided by the total number of beds. And this gives us an idea of how we can manage future cases or further cases. Again, overall, across the 16 facilities, we continue to see a decrease this week again, and our current occupancy is at 51% and decreasing downwards. The last time we would have seen